Yeah, she said, when is it? I said, whenever it is.
Right. Here we go. Let's do it.
You are now about to witness
Nick's real talk just entered the chat. We ain't Google apps like Google Maps. We don't use our YouTube frugal with stats as usual facts. It's your man, the Mr. Brand, hands on, going hard like calluses. Who's style this? Aiming at your mental with the game analysis. On a pregame show, read the script, you know we get it like crypto. In the rip though, I side really cryptic, we locked them from the get-go. On this Nick show, it's the co-pilots in the cloud like Microsoft. We hot like salt, the KRT drip club leading up the tip off. We fuel by confidence, put your Nick content in beast mode like my charm. We a cheat code, we roll the ball too far for you to reach on. We get our teach on the show that's fire. Price Nick's going to the wire. Hit the entire game, somewhere in front of me, the numbers be. They don't lie, career popped up from the third eye, you heard why. It's the #1 pregame show that's hitting like Soto. But picture the photo of your bro to the link that moto. It's the OGs, we outside riding the orange blue skies. In Metropolitan, we connect in the vets go wallowing. And the matters with the massive without shaking asses. The team streaming, I made the platform with passion. Fans asking who the creed that's in the building killing this Nick Trade assassin.
You are now about to witness
It's the Nick's Real Talk pregame show. Flame throwing like we dropping buckets.
He's on fire!
You are now about to witness
It's the Nick's Real Talk pregame show. Flame throwing like we dropping buckets.
He's on fire!
You are now about to witness
It's the Nick's Real Talk pregame show. Flame throwing like we dropping buckets.
He's on fire! He's on fire! He's on fire!
Three down, one to go. 3 down, 1 to go. Let's get it. Word is born. What's good, everybody in the building? It's the recap, Divine Shot Powers. We coming here to get this shit popping. The New York City Gritty Committee came out what we thought they were going to do, and they did it in a beautiful fashion. Salute to everybody in the chat. We are in the building. Let's get this shit popping. Bring my partner in crime in here, staying dripped up all the time. Shot Power, what's good, man? How about your boy, my man?
Salute to you, Divine, as always. Salute to the Knicks fans, to the family in the chat.
What up?
Like Divine said, 3 down.
1 to go.
1 to go. Take it.
Smell it.
Smell it. Take it. Smell it.
Smelling like that.
Smell it.
Smelling like that cushion y'all rolling up over there.
Let's talk about it, man. Let's talk about it, Divine. Let's get it.
Let's get it. Yo, salute to the chat. What's good? Crim's dad, what's popping? I see my man. What's good? What's good? Miss Queen Darlene, what's good? Ralph Podcast, what's good? Real Talk Radio, what's good? Johnny D, my brother, what's popping? Motherfucker, Big Task at hand is in the building. You know it's lit if Big Task stepped up in the chat tonight. What up, Big Task? I see you, my man. Good to see you, my bro. For real, for real. Salute to the entire chat. Miss Queen Geraldine, what's good? Let's go. Listen, ladies and gentlemen. Nostalgic, epic, everything. I don't care what term, phrase you could put up in that shit last night. Ladies and gentlemen, that shit was crazy. But I did not waver not 1 minute. I sat in my chair, said, get it down to 20. Get it down to 15, get it down to 10, and then you do what you do. Ladies and gentlemen, the New York City Gritty Committee did just exactly what they say they are. The fucking Gritty Committee. Pardon my French, but ladies and gentlemen, it is what it is tonight. I'm still high off of sugar. So I'm off of Nick Sugar tonight, ladies and gentlemen. And I got one thing to say. Tell Wimbiamba, Mr. Robinson was listening to Wu-Tang at halftime, and he came out court told him, protect your neck, ladies and gentlemen. You better protect your neck. You better protect your neck. Mr. Robinson put the elbow up in there. Payback, motherfucker. Payback. What Wu-Tang in the building, and Mr. Robinson had to make him protect his neck. It don't get no better than that, ladies and gentlemen. But Shop, I got a better one for you. You know why the restaurants love Ananobi in New York? The reason why the restaurants love Ananobi in New York, because he leaves the biggest tips, ladies and gentlemen. He leaves the biggest tips. Word, that's the biggest tip in NBA history, ladies and gentlemen. Word ball.
That is the biggest tip ever.
Ever you can leave in a restaurant. That shit was crazy, man. I'm trying to tell y'all, ladies and gentlemen, it was crazy to me. And we just got one more to go. When you a tale of two halves, I'm talking about a tale of two halves. They run amok in the first half, shot power, and New York defense come in the second half and shut them down 14 points and 16 points, 14 in the third quarter, 16 in the fourth quarter, and they made some boneheads play their own. That's on them. That's on them. Ain't got shit to do with us. But man, that was some gritty shit, shot power. We did the fight another day. It ain't how you start, it's how you finish. And salute to the New York Knicks, salute to Mike Brown, salute to Jose Alvarado, salute to all the hot party like shot power, salute to Shohan. Everybody, man. They gave it they gave what they can give. They gave it, and they came out and got it done, ladies and gentlemen. One more to go. In New York City, we gonna be wilding. Let's get it, Shot Powers.
Yeah, that was a cardiac Knicks game right there, man. That thing put you through the ringers. And for real Knicks fans, because I heard a lot of people today, and they know I'm a real Knicks fan. They was like, yeah, the game was going on, and they was down like by 20-something. And I was like, I turned the TV. I went to go lay down. I went to go do this. Not me. I know what the Knicks did. I know what they can do. I know how they did it already. Who they did it against? Cleveland? They just did that not too long ago, right?
Yep, against Cleveland, 22. First.
So they are a team that knows. They did it last year too. Didn't they do that to Boston, right? They did that to Boston too, right? 2 times, right? I'm just saying. I don't know why you even in the regular season they done that. I'm just saying. I didn't. Just like you said, Divine. Let's get on this run. If they didn't have a good run, they didn't have a good mix until they start getting in the mix. They start loosening up. Jalen started getting hot. Here we come. Like you said, from 9 to 20, from 29 to 20. Yeah, here we come.
Come, bro.
Big little 3-15, back and forth for a little bit. Then got to 12. That was a wrap after that. Once we got to 12, and then we got the single thing, it was a wrap. You couldn't stop us, man. Right. So I like the way they did it, man. It came down here, and I caught Anunoby, man. I knew he was gonna have a big game, man, but I didn't know he was gonna have this. This was iconic. This. Because I was about to tell you, Divine, put this on rated R tonight because excuse me, I don't like y'all want to, but man, this guy, man, woo, man, he really impressed. The biggest tip, that's the fact, Divine. Word up.
Yeah. He you know what? Because if they win that tip, he ain't gonna have to pay a tip. He like, I already gave y'all a tip already. He gonna be eating in every restaurant free for the rest of his life. The Knicks win that shit, yo. But ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna tell y'all something real quick. Salute to Jalen Brunson, because you know what he did with that shot, what he's supposed to did. He shot that ball to get him guys enough time. Just in case. Shoot that ball, and if it go off the rim, you already got Wemby out by you already. You got the biggest guy on the court out by you. When that ball come off the rim, it's a bunch of guards around that rim. And Anunoby came in there and leaped up over there and put his hand over Castle and all of them.
Everybody that jumped. Everybody.
God, bro, that shit was
nice and soft too. He's seen it. He did the, you know how like you get ready, like I never really dunked, right? But I remember people used to throw the ball up and do like two or three little quick steps to run up to the ball to jump and grab it. That's exactly what he did. He did a couple little quick steps to get his momentum and jumped and got up over everybody, man. 6'8" frame, man. He got up over everybody, man. Know his name, man, today. That was impressive. Anybody want to trade him now? Somebody says about trading not Anunoby. 40, what is he? 40, how much he worth it. Every penny of it. Big shot, make it. How many 3-pointers he hit? Jeez. That guy was on fire, man. I knew it, man. That's what's up, man. I'm super happy.
Yeah, you're right. It's called IQ. You right, my brother. But as soon as my man Quality Jump, I forgot to shout the brother out in the building, man. I don't want to never leave nobody out. You know how we do our nigga talk. Quality Jump, I see you, man. One more win, Quality. For real, one more, bro. Man, listen, let me give a shout out to my man Jose Alvarado, Grand Theft, ladies and gentlemen. Salute the Grand Theft, for real. That, and salute to Mike Brown for going with that 2-guard lineup.
Facts.
That was
facts. Big facts.
Big cat with the tip on the out of bounds play. Even on that play, that last play of the game, you see Wemby grab Mitchell Robinson's arm, so he couldn't. I'm like, even on that play, he grabbed Mitchell Robinson, but I think Mitchell Robinson got his arm out there, and Josh Hart jumped in front of him. My man Mitchell Robinson was right there. You ain't shooting this shit over us. That was crazy, bro. I mean, all around. Cat with the fall out of bounds 3, and an over with the baseline 3. Alvarado hit a big 3 from that left side, right around off from right between the key and the corner line. Knocked that down. Jalen Brunson knocked down to get in the lane with the lefty. It was just crazy, man. Even Mikal Mitty sometime in that quarter. That was impressive, bro. That was impressive shit right there. But that exemplified who the New York Knicks is, man. They don't never give up. They believe in themselves. When a lot of other people don't, they believe in themselves. They stay. I can see why they connect a group like that. I really do believe that's why they connected like that, man. And I'm like, yo, just one more then. I gotta. But this is me. Every closeout game, it might not be 39, but I got one. Listen,
why not? Why not?
Why not?
Why not them? Why not? Why not them?
Philly about 40. Closed out Cleveland by 39. They better not mess around. Knicks mess around. And ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you something about this real quick. Think about this here. And this is how impressive this team is to me. Mikal's subpar game. Deuce subpar game. Clarkson's subpar game. Sham's subpar game. And they still won. Think about this shit, ladies and gentlemen. 4 of our rotation players barely really even got anything going. And these dudes come out there with all that pressure on them and win that game, Shot Powers. That's why we call them the New York City Gritty Committee. That was some gritty shit right there, bro. To have 4 of your guys who would literally, and all of them, some of your 3-point shooters. All of them, like, I mean, Deuce, your 3-point shooter. Shammer, your 3-point shooter. Clark can knock it down. And Mikal, and they didn't even have a good game. And them cats sit up there and wheel their ass in their fort. I just got to give them their flower. Hey, Jarvis, I see you, my man. What's up, Jarvis? Good to see you, my man. Papa and John Rocks was good. Tori, you know you be the one. What's good? Tori be in the building. I'll salute everybody in the building, man. We in here, man. We are giddy, man. Like I said, we might be off script a little bit tonight. We might sound like we just running our mouth, but rightfully so, because the Knicks ran their shit last night. I'm good with it, man. The New York City was electric, Shop Power. I spent most of my night watching different boroughs having watch parties. You know what I mean? Like on a building, they got projectors on buildings sitting in the neighborhood, everybody chilling, watching the game in Harlem and Queens, Staten Island, Brooklyn, you name it. They all sitting in there just vibing, Shop Powers. New York City was on fire, bro. That shit, the New York Knicks got this whole country lit right now. The whole country. I had somebody text me from Oregon. One of my wife's best friends from Oregon texted, like, tell Divine congrats. It was crazy. My mom done hit me up. People who don't hit me up about the Knicks all year long hit me up last night, Shop Powers. But overall, it was just beautiful, man. So I'm ecstatic, man. We got one more to go, though, ladies and gentlemen. Like we said, 98 games. We want to talk about 82 in the regular season, 16 to win it all. We got one more of them 16. 4 in the first round, 4 in the second round, 4 in the third round. One more to go, Shop Powers. And there you go, my man. So I'm just giddy, man. Like I said, it's so hard to even talk about stats right now because the shit was crazy to me. That Garden was popping, bro. And like I said, Wu-Tang at the halftime doing the damn thing. It was just crazy. It was just insane to me, bro. For real.
Yeah, man. It was incredible, man. It was something that you wanted to watch. It really was, man. It really was a good game to watch, man. And to see your guys really get back out there and get back in the game. No quit. You think it's over? These guys over here talking about, I can't wait to get back to San Antonio. How y'all feel about getting back to San Antonio now? How y'all feel about that? You still feel like that was just one game? It's still not over, and things can happen and all that other stuff. But the Knicks just won 3 games against these guys. You think these guys are going to win 3 games straight against the Knicks? Let me lean back in my chair for a second.
Crazy.
All right, let me sit back up. 3 games in a row against the Knicks. I'm just saying. The opportunities that San Antonio missed during these series, that the Knicks came in there and stole one game over there in San Antonio and then won the next game, or which however they want to say it. And San Antonio came over here and won one game, and San Antonio fans was hot and ready to go off, you know what I mean, because they won one game over here, and they had a good chance to get it. But what happened? What happened? The Knicks did what they were supposed to do, and they came through. Just like as a fan of this year's team, you knew they was going to do it. You know they had it in them. If you were a fan, you watched all night like this, standing up, pacing, doing all this stuff like, getting out. I'm telling you, I'm getting that. Look, my forearms coming back. I'm telling you, I'm telling you, the Knicks. That's what I'm saying. That's all I'm gonna say about it.
That was like the recap thumbnail says, Knicks survival of the fittest. OG, him, and them.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, them 5 guys right there. I mean, don't get me wrong. No matter how bad Deuce and all them shot, they still a part of this. But I just got to get credit where credit's due. OG, Anunoby, go time. That's all. Go time. These dudes, like, and much of everybody want to talk about 6'1" Jalen Brunson. You can't measure man's heart, ladies and gentlemen. You cannot measure man's skill set, ladies and gentlemen. I don't give a what nobody say. Ain't no point guard in the East in the NBA right now repping like he is. Or cause ain't none of them there but him. He repping, ladies and gentlemen. This dude is a winner. Like it ain't no other word you could put on this dude's resume but winner. That's all you can put on it. And he is putting up buckets in the playoffs. And some nights he had bad shooting nights, but last night, ladies and gentlemen, he was 50% damn near, and he hit some of the biggest fucking shots I ever seen in the playoffs. I mean, he hit one of a Wemby, and I'm like, okay. Then he shake my man, get in the middle with the lefty. He just him. He just him. That's all I can say. He just him, and he rightfully so, my man. That's why we brought you over here. Leon Rose had a plan. From day one. That shit coming to fruition, ladies and gentlemen. Day one, when that man took over this organization, he had a plan. Second year he got here, brought that man in there. Then he brought McHale in. Then he brought Anunoby in. Then he brought McHale in. Then he brought Towns in, or vice versa, whatever the case may be. And you know what? The motherfucking Villanova boys, they here. Anunoby here. Tom Crane in Indiana. Tim Crane in Indiana. My man Jay Wright on the floor last night. Jay Wright on the building last night. Oh, this shit was crazy. So listen, we just got one more to go, ladies and gentlemen. As much as we hyped up right now, we still got one more to go. And I believe Nick's going to get it. I think they're going up to San Antonio, let you say, yeah, we'll see y'all next year. And what I don't understand about all the naysayers out there on these national TVs and everything, they act like the Knicks ain't beat these dudes before. Dude, we beat y'all in the cup. They must forget this shit. We like 2-1 against y'all in the regular season. Now that means we 5-2 against y'all this year, and y'all still be and people still want to get the next credit. That team is not better than ours. If that team was better now, the record wouldn't be what it is. We 5-2 against them this year. Beat them in beat them in the cup. We about to beat them with them counted the most, ladies and gentlemen. So I say all that to say salute to our gritty New York Knicks. Great job, man. I mean, I'm just ecstatic for y'all, keeping y'all composure, keep staying poised. Don't lose the faith in what y'all do. Believe in your game. Believe on how y'all got here. They did all that shot power. They did not waver. All they kept doing is doing, like we said, chip away. Just keep chipping away. Just keep chipping away. And methodically.
It's still different, man.
Oh my God, bro, that shit is insane. Me so. Salute to them guys. Great job. Salute to everybody in the chat, man. Y'all know I'm on it tonight, man. Get G Money. What's good? Nick Yak. What's good, my brother? I see you, my man. What's good, Yak? G Money. Salute to everybody in the building. Marsh Zone. I see you, Marsh Zone. Revo. What's good, my man? Chris Rowe. What's good, Chris Rowe? I see you as well, man. Salute to everybody in the building. John Rocks, the whole family, man. Salute to everybody in the chat, man. We open up the panel in a minute, man. I'm just super excited because that was gritty. I could only one word I can say, Shop Out. That was gritty. They did not fold. They did not waver. Was good. KC Cool Daddy was good, but it was just gritty, man. Salute to the New York Knicks. Let's get it, man. For real. Let's get it. It was the right now. That's going to be, you know what I mean. In 20 years, that's going to be still one of the greatest playoff victory comebacks ever.
At halftime, we was the biggest deficit in the finals. It was the biggest deficit in the finals. And now it's the biggest comeback in the finals. That changes the whole story. That's those two things you say. In one half of the book, it says this, but by the time you get to the end, what happened? What happened now? Come on, man. I tell you, man, I ain't giving up on this team, man. This team is it. I'm gonna be right down there like this. I ain't going to jail. I ain't doing no suicide. I ain't coaching nobody. I ain't doing none of that. I mean, but I'm gonna be on a parade like this. Yeah, let's get it. Yeah, let's get it.
Yes, indeed. And another thing was crazy too. In the words of another poet who was in the building last night, when it's all said and done, it was written, ladies and gentlemen. Nas Escobar was in the building last night. Everybody was up in the building. It is written once it's over. It is written. It's over. 53 years is over. It's over. It's over. It's over. Finally, a lot of people are gonna be on a lot of ladies and gentlemen on the show in their lifetime. They didn't get to see it, but they get to see it. They finally can say, I waited my whole life to see this shit. And it's gonna happen, ladies and gentlemen. And I don't even want to come back to New York. Get that shit over in 5. Get it over. We ain't worried about it because the fans gonna be in the building anyway in the watch party and get this shit over with. Go out there Saturday, put the BTA to them jokers, man. Don't let them know y'all up and coming young team. They're gonna be nice because Castle and Harper and Wimby gonna be around for years on that team. They're gonna have a turn, but it ain't this year, ladies and gentlemen. It ain't this year, you know. And we got to go out there and get it tonight. I mean Saturday, go in there and go in San Antonio just like you did the first 2 games. Play defense, ladies and gentlemen. Salute to the New York Knicks defense. And I'll tell you why. Let's put up these stats in a minute. And Shot Powell, that second half defense was something. Oh my God, bro. It was insane to me how good these boys can play basketball when they focus. When they focus, they locked in. They are locked in, man. So let's look at these stats right quick. And we'll share some thoughts on that. And then I open up the panel, man. I open up and then let everybody get it, man. Because I ain't got to wait another minute for that. Let's do it. Here we go to look at some of the box scores, the highlights. We get in there. Shot Powell, you look at this thing right here. First of all, that's going to score up top 106 to 107. Ladies and gentlemen, look down here to your right where my arrow is. They scored 41 points in the first quarter, 35 in the second quarter. Look at that third and fourth quarter, Shot Powell. 14 points, 15 points. That was a minus 40-point swing, 46, something like that. 46-point swing in the second half. New York, then look at our offense, how amped up. 22 in the first quarter, 27, not bad. 26, 32 in the fourth quarter. They shut them jokers down. And you could tell they were young because you could start to see with the shots they was making. They were rushing 3-pointers, trying to think they thought what they were doing in the first half was going to carry over to the second half. New York Knicks turned that defense up. And like I said, I don't care how good your offense, ladies and gentlemen, defense with a championship. And that defense kept us in the game. And Jalen Brunson and Albert Rallo and Big Cat and Anobi them start going on the tear. If you look at the overall numbers for the charity strike numbers, they are on the left side. We might be on y'all right. They shot 85% from the charity strike. We missed 8 free throws, 71%. They shot 44 from the 2-pointer. We shot 46. From downtown, they shot 40%. Ladies and gentlemen, New York Knicks shot a blister 47% from downtown. 15 out of 32. Crazy. Overall, they shot 42% in field goal percentage. We shot 46. Salute to the New York Knicks defense, ladies and gentlemen, for making them do selling the jump shots and turn them to jump shooters the rest of the game. And that's why I think the Knicks won that game. Because when they started putting pressure on them guys on the outside, that shit wasn't falling after that. Great job. If you look at the rebound numbers, we have 39. They have 42. 23 assists to 24 assists for them. We had 13 turnovers. And it wasn't costly a lot. None of them was costly to me that much. I thought it was good overall. But like I said, 47% from downtown. Ananobi, that's Ananobi and Jalen Brunson right there, ladies and gentlemen. And Alvarado hit a couple of big ones. They was knocking them, and Big Cat hit some big ones. They were knocking them down. If you look at the box score overall, we'll go to the box score with our guys first, and then we go to theirs. Right then and there, you look at the Knicks, ladies and Ananobi, 41 minutes, 33 points. Jalen Brunson, 44 minutes, 36 points. Well, that's still everybody. I want the Knicks only. There you go. Now we're talking. 33 for Anunoby, 36 for Brunson, 13 for Towns. 3 guys in double figures. We won the basketball game, ladies and gentlemen. 3 guys.
That's it. Josh Hart had 6, Mikal had 7, and Alvarado had 8.
That
2
was
for
it.
Clarkson and 2 for Mitch. Everybody else was, you know what I mean? It was just 3 guys, really.
3 guys, ladies and gentlemen, and 2 of them had 69 between them. And if you look at the overall numbers, that's why I say you got to give these cats some credit for being gritty. Anunoby, 67%. Jalen Brunson, 48%. Karl-Anthony Towns, 80%. Hart, 50%. These field goal percentages. Alvarado, 75%. And everybody else was subpar. No Mikal Bridges. Landry Shaman, no Deuce McBride, no Jordan Clarkson, and they still beat these dudes, ladies and gentlemen. That's what I mean by being gritty right there, for real, for real. Salute to the Knicks. 3-point percentage, Anunoby 78% from downtown. Brunson 43%. Big Cat, 1 shot, 1 big.
Sheesh.
What? Josh Hart hit 50%. Alvarado 67%. Mikal 33, he hit 1. And that's huge to me, ladies and gentlemen. You look at them numbers, that is huge for only 3 guys to be in double figures and found a way to go out there and will that team to a victory. 3 guys.
And still kind of kept them to that 104 number. You know what I mean? Right. Still kind of what it was like 26.
Yeah, something like that.
26, 27, but I mean 28, 27, something like that in between those numbers.
Here's the thing that was interesting too. If we look at this overall, and I'm gonna put this out there right now. That's why who had 9 for 25, 36%. Who had last night? Who had 9 for 25, 36. Took the big cat Mitchell Robinson, ladies, and Anunoby, Wembanyama. That forearm to my man's neck set the tone. Payback, motherfucker. Payback. We got you. Sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. But that was payback right there, man. Shot Powers, and I can't say enough about how the Veteran Cats responded. I'll get that back up there in a minute, ladies and gentlemen. But overall, that was just gritty. What can I say?
Yeah, I mean, we controlled them. You know what I mean? Their percentages, 5 points. I mean, they had a couple of guys. They had a whole lot of guys that they had. Vassell was in double digits. Wemby, Castle, Fox, Harper. You know what I mean? They had a whole slew of guys that was in it. But 18, 24, the number sign. If you look individually, 24. I mean, he was 9 for 25, but he had 24 points. Vassell, 6 and 9. He had 18 points. You know what I mean? Brian had a 2 for 3, field goal percentage. So, the guys was Harper was the guy last night. He was 8 to 12 last night. 3 to 6. He was 50% from 3-point land last night too. So he was definitely getting busy for them last night. He was impressive for his young age with the way he plays, like a big man. I mean, looking like a young, not like a Kobe Light. Let's say Kobe Light. Let's say a Kobe Light or something like that. You know what I mean? But I mean, numbers don't look too much different from everything else. You know what I mean? Field goal percentage, like I said, Champagny was only 2 for 9, 1 for 7 from 3. We did great defense on him. Vassell got off early, 5 for 8. You know what I mean? 3-point shooting, they didn't do it. Wemby had 2 for 8. Castle had 1 for 3. Fox 4 for 9. He had a good night. I mean, Harper had a good night, 3 for 6. He had 50%. So things like that, you know what I mean? We came back from all the things that we didn't think that we could do. You know what I mean? Not saying that we couldn't do, but saying that, with the numbers, if you look at this stat sheet right here, you'd be like, oh, man, this is a good, that team won last night, didn't they? Every 4, 5 people with double-digit numbers, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They had 5 players in the rotation that had double-digit numbers in the teams. You know what I mean? So, but if you look at the Knicks, you see our fire starters getting busy last night, man. Jalen Brunson and OG coming back. Man, that's amazing. 60 points from them two guys, man.
69 points, ladies and
Yeah,
gentlemen.
yeah.
69.
That's amazing, man. That's
Oh
amazing.
God, bro. That's why you pay the dudes you pay. Because
Yeah.
And
not take nothing away from Cat either. He had a good game with 17 points, man. He had a good game, man. I mean, we needed them 17 points, you know what I mean?
Yes, indeed. He had one of the biggest plays of the game to me with that when the
Right.
last game, he tipped that ball. When my man threw that ball in bounds, the Cat tipped that ball. And that's what slowed it down for Castle had to get it and it dropped it. And that same play, Wembanyama grabbing Mitchell Robinson's arm. You'll see when I throw the highlights up there. I was like, man, these dudes, that salute to the New York Knicks, man. Salute to everybody in the chat as well. Thank y'all for coming in on this wonderful evening, man. Knowing that our guys went out there and played ball and never gave up, believed in themselves when nobody else believed they were going to do it. Like I said, these guys is gritty, man. Mitchell Robinson, just straight presence. Like I said, give him more than 7 minutes. You see what's the difference in last night's game, ladies and gentlemen, and the game before? You know what the difference is? 106 to 115. You know why? Robinson played more minutes. Robinson played more minutes. That's why. Mitchell Robinson played more minutes. That's why. That's why it's not 115 like the other night. It's only 106 tonight. And Jarvis, to ask you a question right now, just answer Jarvis' question earlier. You got to give, even though I think Big Cat had first two good games, Jalen Brunson had a good game last night. I think Anunoby's been consistent though. I think Anunoby right now to me is the MVP of this thing right now to me because he's been doing it consistent. You know what I mean? And I mean, even since Atlanta series, he's been doing it. And the man missed the last two games with a hamstring in his Philadelphia series. Came back and stayed consistent in the Cleveland series. But in this series right here, his numbers is phenomenal. He is putting up some good numbers, ladies and gentlemen. And Mike Brown told Anunoby, and this was so crazy about this last night. This is why I respect Mike Brown to the fullest. He told Anunoby in practice, like, I need you to crash the offense boards tonight. The one offense rebound he gets is the one that win the game. I need you to crash the boards. Anunoby, Mike Brown tells him, OG, I need you to crash these boards, the offense rebounds tonight. I need you to do that. And true to power, the young man crashed the boards with the best offense rebound in Knicks history, damn near, that I could think of so far. So it was just great, man. It was just great all around. Late game executing, staying poised. Alvarado hitting big shots, especially that one he spent on Champagny back in the lane, threw the finger roll for the layup. Come down to make it. This was so impressive about him and Jalen Brunson. They got in that lane and they created havoc. Because when he created havoc, he got in that lane, then he bounced past that ball to Anunoby in the quarter. And for Anunoby to stay focused and shoot that ball over Wemby coming at him, that's some more impressive shit. You got a 7'4" dude running at you, trying to block your jump shot. Anunoby stayed in form, stayed in rhythm.
Facts. Facts. All of that is facts. All of that is facts. All of that is facts. That's exactly what happened.
Yeah, it takes a lot of.
He was in rhythm.
Rhythm and focus to do that.
He was in rhythm. He was in rhythm. After you start getting in rhythm, them shots is water. I don't care who coming at you. I don't care how big you is. I'm wetting you in your eye because that you got that killer instinct. They called him. The word on the street, Kawhi Light. He ain't no Kawhi Light. He OG heavy.
Right.
Right. You know what I mean? You know, Kawhi Light. He OG heavy. You know, that man alone, man. That's why we got him and paid him the biggest money. That's the biggest money we signed somebody for, right? If I'm not mistaken. Yeah, he's the biggest dude that we signed the money for. OG.
Facts. Let's look at these highlights, man. So nice, man. I know I can't do the sound like you said because of copyright infringement and everything, but I'll talk you through it though. But that shit, let's get it, man. That's some crazy shit last night. Here you go, right here, ladies and gentlemen. We're gonna start to come back. Look at that, down 20 in the second quarter. Look on that screen. Here they go, Brunson, straight to the rack. Can't guard me. What? That's what I do for a living. The burner, fade back, and one. Bang! Come on, shot and one. Look at this cat. You don't want the smoke. You don't want it. Come back out and one. Bang. He in his bag, ladies and gentlemen. Him. That's him. That's all. That's it. Him. It's him. Bumped him. Bottom. grab him, bump him, fade to the side. Him. Hickle mine, right? Hickle the one I'm talking about. No, that's a step back. Jalen Brunson, I'm in my bag. I'm about to send y'all motherfuckers home. What? Good screen by Mitch. Alley-oop to Mitch. Tear down, Mitch. Look at the footwork on this dude. This shit's crazy, man. Who doing that?
Three guys.
Ain't doing that.
Answered him in the foul.
Look at step back, give back Alvarado, good pass. Watch it over the 7-4 dude. Get this bucket. Get this bucket. Bang.
You in rhythm.
Here you go again. Take Castle to the lane. Get it here. I'm gonna dance on you. Fred Astaire on you. What? That's when they took the lead. And listen, yo, we got mad more than yo. Listen, this shit crazy, Shop House. Born New York Knicks is there, bro. They Jalen Brunson, you him, my man. I can't say nothing else. You is him. Let's get it, bro. Words. Like that was crazy. But listen, man, that just how they roll, man. That's just how they got down, man. They wasn't there doing it. They wasn't there lit up in that piece. And they just got to keep it going, man. One more to go. Go a little bit more, some more right here. Let's give it to my man Alvarado. Alvarado was in his bag last night. He was in his bag last night. Everybody was in their bag last night. We gonna get these highlights so I can open up the panel and let y'all gentlemen get in here, ladies and gentlemen, whoever want to come in and do it. With some more, a little bit more, ladies and gentlemen, from last night's game.
Towns tied up top.
Can't do that. Look at Alvarado, big money shot, Alvarado, friendly roll, bang. But the one right here is the one. This one right here was the one, though. This was, look at this bounce pass to Anunoby, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
Look at Wemby at him. Knock it in his grill, bro. In his grill. Alvarado, what it do? Go another one. Alvarado back. Watch the spin, Shop House. Cat. What is it? Cat in the house or something like that? Mouse in the house. But this was a big one, too. This was a big one right here. Give it to Brunson. Brunson switch over double team. See that? He ain't selfish. Look at that. Big shot right there. Bang, 100.
Wide open. That's the screen I always talk about. They do, man. You leave you wide open. You hit those shots.
Grand thefts. I'm going to put y'all on let y'all get a little taste of my offense bag tonight. Suits him grand theft.
He got busy.
He did get busy, though. And that's what I mean. You know, the next man up mentality. You talking about next man up? That was next man up right there. Suit the grand theft for
stepping up in the big game is big time for you, man. Stepping up in a big game. He stepped up.
Yeah,
we needed him. We needed exactly what he did, man. He set people up and put people in their place, man. Give him big salutes, man.
2 fouls already.
He really orchestrated and let Jalen Brunson be him, like you said. You know what I mean? He really orchestrated, let Jalen Brunson be him. And I gotta give so much salutes to Mike Brown once again, man. He has really, that was so major. You know what I mean? Knowing that your guys don't have it and gave somebody the burn all game this series. You ain't seen him too much last series, but this series you seen him a little bit more. He's playing the strategic odds, that analytics that they always talk about. He said this must work. If this guy could come in here and do what he needs to do, this must work.
Yes, indeed. Well, listen, talking about the man of the hour. Let's give him his flowers, ladies and gentlemen. Here go some clips of OG Anunoby, ladies and gentlemen. What? This dude, he just was raising. Bang. 7-9. Let this cat come down the lane. I got you. Take this hammer. Wemby, take that. You ain't blocking that. Let's get it. We started it right there. He started going after that. And no, look at this dude. See, that's what you get for working with Dirk Nowitzki all summer. That's why they do what they do. Paying off. Mitch said, come get it. And nobody said, I got to step back. Shut out.
He did the banging step back.
What? Look at this block of the game.
You can't do that. What are you talking about, little man?
Good shot, bro. Good shot. That's why Brooklyn had to shoot it early for that reason. Shoot that ball right there with 5 seconds before you have enough time to get a rebound. Great shot by Jalen Brunson, but despite what anybody might think, That was a great shot because it gave him enough time to get exactly what we needed. Just in case you miss, you get that rebound. And it damn sure came to fruition, Shot Powers. Salute to OG Anunoby. Right now, that brother's playing on another level, man. I'm trying to tell you, man, same plays right there, but just running it back. But overall, man, you got to be feel ecstatic about what our guys did last night. Now we just got to go out there and get one more. But this brother, he's on it. They on it. Salute to the New York Knicks, ladies and gentlemen. We are here.
When you in rhythm, it don't make a difference. Who coming at you?
Right. Let's take the step back.
Yeah.
I love that pick by Mitch. Look at that. What? Shot Powell, he let him go with confidence. He ain't no hesitating number. Defense player of the year. He should have been in that.
First round. Yeah, they played him. So he might don't get it twisted. He might be the MVP.
Right.
Right. He done stepped up ever since this whole series. You can tell OG, he done stepped it up. So you want to go by series? It's the OG has had the biggest shot ever. Ever.
Yeah, man. Salute to the Knicks. Yo, you can see how we wild. It's only right though right now. And you gotta be feeling the way we do this shit. You gotta be feeling this energy in New York City, Shot Powers. Y'all coming in and do your thing, man. Let me bring some brothers and sisters up in the building because I want to hear a lot of these guys how they feeling tonight. First and foremost, everybody trying to get dough, but they say Queens get the money though. So if Queens get the money, you know Corey. What up, C. Lee?
Peace to your guards, man. How y'all feeling?
Woo, you already know, man. What?
I already know. You already know. Then you know how I feel, bro.
Yes,
yo, I'm extremely proud of this team from last night, man. I ain't gonna lie to you. I was sitting there sweating bullets my damn self. Like, what the hell's going on? This ain't my team.
Right.
But you know what? It took 3 quarters to get that nasty ass stench out about the building.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Get that detox out that building from all them, you know what I'm saying, all that toxic energy that came up in there on Monday that shouldn't have been in there. But we'll not talk about that.
Yeah,
I'm gonna say this though. We played well. And that's what you call fighting adversity.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm telling you right now, that was their best punch. They ain't got no more left in them.
That's what I'm saying.
Facts.
That was their best punch. We didn't get their best punch. I ain't gonna lie, yo. It took 3 games, and we finally got you know what I'm saying, or the 4 games, and we finally got their best punch. And I'll be GD, boy. I'll tell you right now, yo. I'm grateful. I'm proud of them. And let's go. Let's go on, you know, San Antonio. Let's get our swan song right there. You know what I'm saying? And or their swan song. And bring it back home so we can shut up for the party for these gentlemen.
Yes, indeed, man. I mean, I tell you, man, you know, it's a lot of things that make you feel emotional. I was on some emotional shit last night, yo. I was sitting there, when that game was over, I'm like, we one damn game away. One game away, Shot Powell. And I just thought it was so the way it ended was amazing. There's no fan base in the world like the Knicks fans. I'm talking about every sports team in New York City. Still, there's only one sport fan base like the New York Knicks, ladies and gentlemen. And I tell you, like I said, and I know I got to repeat again. When Mitchell Robinson put that arm up under my man chin and told him, "Protect your neck, ladies and gentlemen." Wu-Tang in the building, protect your neck. Told women, you better protect your neck. You better protect your neck, ladies and gentlemen. That changed the whole outcome of that game. That shit, when Mitchell Robinson gave him that elbow up under that chin or whatever, that changed that whole vibe of that thing. Wembanyama went 9 for 25, ladies and gentlemen. Mitchell Robinson said, "Okay, I got to get one for Jalen Brunson." You going to tell me I'm in your head. Okay, I'm going to show you who I'm in your head.
Mm-hmm.
I'll lay one on you.
Do it on him, too.
He knocked it out his head, too.
Right, yo, that was crazy, man. What a response for the New York Knicks, ladies. I can't say it enough. That was beautiful. And I really believe that, you know, for them to win that game the way they won in the type of fashion they won it in, I just think Saturday, I think it's BTA, ladies and gentlemen. And just like Corey said, you gave us your best, and we still beat you. And we didn't even have our best. We had like 5 guys who didn't even show up last night. They showed up, but they didn't show up at their normal rate, they number-wise. Like Duke McBride, he just been kind of MIA the whole series. Shamit didn't have a Shamit game. Clarkson didn't have a game. And yet and still out of all that, even Mikal Bridges didn't have a Mikal game, and you still take their best shot and you beat them. I can't say that enough. That's hard to do. You know what I mean? So kudos to the New York Knicks, kudos to Mike Brown and everybody, man. They did the thing. So let's go out here on Saturday and try to get off to an early start. Don't get yourself in a quagmire because it's going to be different when you and they being there. I mean, if you get down big, I mean, I still don't doubt them. They did it in Boston. I never doubt these guys. I never do. I never will. Because I seen them do it in Boston, the 2 games in Boston in the playoffs last year. I ain't questioning. I don't question the Nets fight and their grit. That's one thing I never do. But we don't.
They did it in Cleveland. Who else they did too? Knicks right now in the league of post games are 5-3. The rest of the league is 4-71. Let that sink in. They have came back from 20-point deficits more than the whole league combined. Their average, their winning record. So let's get it.
Yeah, facts. They did it. For me, I think some of the bigger things I think came out of that game was I think the foul with Mitchell Robinson, the flagrant he took, I think that changed the momentum of the game for me because I thought that put them guys. Wemby was in his head because when Wemby hit that floor, he come down there and saying, "I'm in your head." Okay, so let me show you who really in your head. And I think that changed the whole thing to me. I really did. And I thought Alvarado playing the minutes changed the whole game. That game, it brought about the pace, took a ball handler off of all the ball handling off of Jalen Brunson. Not only did it take the ball handling off of Jalen Brunson, Alvarado was able to get in that paint and dance like Jalen Brunson. And broke that defense down. Got in that lane, broke that defense down. He was able to spray that ball to Anunoby, spray it to Town, whoever. He played a major role in that. I think hot party minutes and showhand minutes was used knowing that Cat was in foul trouble, which that wasn't no foul on Cat with that Wembanyama shit. I just thought that was blatantly a bad call right there because he wasn't grabbing Wembanyama. Wembanyama was clutching his arm more than anything. And I thought that was a bad call, that first play.
That was such a bad call, Devon. I called it. When I said it looked like they was in the prom picture. You know how you hold your person when you're in the prom. He was holding on to him. He had to put his head on the shoulder. I'm just saying, man.
Right. He
was all on him, man. He was all on him.
Yep. Let me bring another wise head up in here. Somebody who always gets it going when they on the show, and all that good stuff. Say. Turned up.
Nation, my man.
You turned up.
Yo, my brothers, what's good?
Man, Nick Nation, bro. Still emotional.
You smell it, baby.
Still emotional.
Championship out there, bro. They cooking championship out there.
Cooking early. What? Oh my
bro,
God.
That was the greatest. Oh my God. Listen, I was almost one of those people where, they be videoing and they break their own TV,
Be like, well, you lose it. You just completely lose it.
Oh man, but such a gritty comeback, man. OG is definitely the president for sure. You know what I mean? OG. I'm skipping mayor and governor. I'm going straight president. El Presidente. OG.
Oh, right now.
You know what I mean? I was listening to how they show on the highlights, and they'll show multiple voices, I guess, from where like where things are coming from, and like with the France one, you can hear like, the OG when he screamed, OG. You know what I mean? I don't know what he said after that, but it was, man, that was such a gritty comeback. 29 points.
It was something to really sit back and really watch and be like, wow, man.
Wow. Yeah.
But and it wasn't like I did not get depressed. I wasn't, I was like, all right, come on, guys. Y'all just need a nice little something. I know y'all got it in y'all. It's still early. It's 29 points, but if you get it by the third quarter down to 17, 19, you might got a chance.
They got it to 12. Right. That's what I knew it was.
They won. They got it to 12. That's exactly what I said. It's over. They kept going. It was 12. Then it went to 9. Then I said, it's over. They ain't stopping. It's over now. The train is rolling. The train is rolling.
Momentum is full. Can't say. Let me tell you something too. I can't say enough about a young man coming back home from Brooklyn and hit, you know, because we looked at it as like, all right, yeah, we got this guy, but he's gonna be a little, you know, to be such an integral part of these wins, getting us here into this championship, and then having the heart of a lion, the smallest guy on the what's name here. Brunson's not, Alvarado is, and to have the heart of a lion. He looked at my man and said, I don't care if you 7'5", I don't care if you 8 foot, you getting flipped, homie. To come up with them threes, to stay in composure, to then hit these big time shots. Bang, 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 bang. I was like, oh my God. Never underestimate the smallest guy in the room for sure.
That's a whole lot of brass he got.
Yo, listen here. The boys' cojones is woo. I mean, he had to walk out a bow-legged for sure. Because, man, what he did, that was big. I'm telling you, what all those other guys were doing, but what I'm telling you, that was Alvarado points were huge. Without him, I see us falling short somehow.
In fact, that three he hit was stupid huge. That one on the around the top of the key or whatever. But you know what's crazy too about that? Think about this here. This is why we say size. It's not the fight. It's not the size of the dog. The fight the dog. We gave up a big man, Yabusele.
Huge.
All of it said and done. Yeah, Leon Rose said, "No, I'm gonna send a 6'8" power forward out, bringing a 5'11" or 6'1" guard." And that damn 6'1" guard is the reason why we up 3-1. Damn, what?
Facts.
You know what I mean? That shit crazy, bro. Leon Rose, you got to give him his flowers, man. I mean, listen, he put this shit together. He pulled the trigger on the move that sent that boy to Chicago for Dale and Terry. He flipped Dale and Terry for Alvarado. Alvarado playing in the biggest game of his career. Like Nick Nature said, Brooklyn. He used to be a Knicks fan watching these games, but the man got heart of a lion. Like I said, ain't the size of the dog, it's the fighting the dog, ladies and gentlemen. That's why
I think I'm glitching.
Yeah. That's why I respect Jalen Brunson so much. His whole career, you too small. You too small. Yeah, it ain't the side of the side. Ain't okay. I seen a lot of big 7 foot. I mean, not 7 foot, 6'4" guys get knocked out by 5'11" dudes in the streets. Ain't nothing happening. It's all things we got up in here, man. And we got some gritty jokers. Hey, Nick Nation, 3 dudes in double figure for the Knicks. 3 dudes.
3 dogs, bro. 3 dogs in double figure. You know what I'm saying?
Still beat dudes, bro. No McBride. I can't say it. No McBride. No Shaman. Barely Mikal Bridges and no Jordan Clarkson. 4 of our rotation players didn't even have I'm gonna say they had D games, damn near S games. And these damn New York Knicks find a way to go out there and win this game. That's why I think this is one of the best teams I've ever seen assemble. Because you got to have the way that team was playing in the first half, and you not to have your A game until the second half, and still your Yancey Lady player didn't, Sharp Howard didn't come up, or Corey Lee, whoever didn't come up and you still win this shit.
Alvarado did.
Yeah, Alvarado did, right.
Alvarado stepped up big time.
Alvarado.
New York born, right there. Brooklyn.
Bushwick, right? Bushwick, right?
Yeah, something like that. He stepped up in a big time. That the best play for me, even though the 3-point shots was beautiful, the pass was beautiful to OG when OG went the jumper in front of Wembanyama.
Yeah,
but the best one was when he dribbled the ball. I think it was Champagne, and he went to make a turn, and he did a whole turn and went right back to the same way he was going down the lane and laid the ball up. I said, oh my gosh. I said, there we go. I said, we needed that. We needed that, Joe. We needed to get some fire under the people to open everything up. Because then after that, I mean, during that run, everybody started going to man. Now everything open now. Now they ain't playing that like boxing one they were playing, or that slide 3 men on one side and 2 men on one side. Then you alternate. They wasn't doing that no more. Now you got to play up on guys. OG hitting shots. They wasn't doing that. Could have had to. Now we see what happened. Now you see what happened.
That big.
We should learn some valuable lessons from that game. You know, separating my fandom, you know what I mean, from the analytical side, we made major mistakes that we need to clean up. Major.
And we didn't off of that screen pass that we had, we should have been shooting like 60%. We had so many off the screen passes that knocked down shots, but we had some off those screen passes that were big shots. But we missed a couple of those shots, man, and that could have, you know, it put us back for, you know what I mean, in the start of the game. We missed some shots, but we picked it back up in the second half. I think our 3-point percentage was way better than what it was in the first half.
Yeah, let me get Corey Lee here, but let me say this before Corey Lee come in. 2 of the biggest plays in Knicks history to me last night was done by one man. And even though my man De'Aaron Fox made a bonehead play, that block Anunoby did on my man and come back down the court and get a tip in like that, 2 of the biggest plays then they can go down in Knicks history, bro. Because now, you think about it, if Anunoby don't block that shot, they go up 3. And then
now we got to shoot a 3-point shot.
They already calling the hand of God. They call it the hand of God already.
Right. I
thought that from God.
Like I told everybody that, like I said, when I said earlier, oh yeah, they love when Anunoby come in the restaurant in New York because he leave the biggest tip, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, leave the biggest tip, ladies and gentlemen, for real. And,
yeah, I'm a.
big.
Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, no, go ahead. I'm good.
I apologize.
No.
Check me out. Check me out, y'all. You know what I'm saying? And this is the one thing we cannot forget. Even though San Antonio was on a heater last night, our defense got better.
Facts.
And that has been the common denominator of this entire playoff run. We cannot forget about that. So, hey, thank God they stay poised, stay within themselves, and they fought through adversity again. Like I said, that's crazy. That was crazy, man. They did not give up. You know what I'm saying? So I'm proud of this team. And even though those cats earlier in the rotation, they still played hard. You know what I'm saying? It just wasn't their night. You know, it just wasn't their night. And then we're gonna need them come Saturday. Real talk. We're gonna need all of them, everybody, all 12. Whoever this man deploys out there on that court, we're gonna need every single body. So thank God that everybody was ready mentally to go out there to even execute it. You know what I'm saying? The way it did, and even in that fashion. That man, hands down, yo, that is the greatest playoff comeback I've ever seen in my life.
I'm serious, bro.
We own the 2 greatest. We own the 2 greatest. The one for the playoffs, right? The one for the playoffs and the one for the finals. We own the 2.
Yep, for real.
2 greatest comebacks.
Man, I'm gonna tell you something. If we go out there Saturday, and if Deuce and Bryce Shamit and them get it going Friday,
baby.
It's going to be 30 points. If they get it going, ladies and gentlemen, if them ancillary players, not bench players, hit shots, because they was even though they wasn't hit shot, they still were playing hard out there. You know, you can't just take. You could knock them for not scoring the ball, but you can't knock them for going out there and trying to be gritty with it, trying to get into this thing and get it going. I think they played a major role, but if they hit shots Saturday, this shit is over. It'll be another.
Let me tell you something. I'm gonna even double up even on that. Listen, if the officials don't take our players out in the first quarter, we'll have a good game. Yes, this is what they resulted to. You know what I mean? The fastest ever in NBA history since 1998. 2 fouls with 1:06 in the game. 2 fouls.
Foul on Cat. That first one. That's
playoffs and regular season. Playoffs and regular season. The fastest.
Y'all can't tell me that ain't scripted.
Yeah,
that's scripted.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, they were fishing for Wimby on that one. Let me bring a couple of more great minds in here. We really get a pop, man. I'm salute to everybody in the chat. Yo, salute to the chat, salute to everybody, man. You know we on energy drinks right here mentally.
But yeah, I'm gonna duck out, bro, because I got another show to do over here on regular Thursday. So all right, brothers.
Bro, peace.
No doubt.
All right. Joe for AC, what it do, man?
Yo. Salute, man. What a game, man.
What it do?
Believe it. Yo, Shaw Powers, man. Yo, at the end of last show, man, we were throwing the elbows there, at the end of the last show, and yo, what happened with Mitchell Robinson, man? Sent a message, bro, right in the neck. Right in the neck, he sent him a message, man. He said, yo, you're messing with my guys. Guess what's happening? Boom.
Protect your neck. You better protect your neck.
And a lot of people were saying, brother, like, oh, man, they were saying, yo, how are we going to foul after we're down 20 points, right? And I'm sitting here saying, yo, if it doesn't matter how many points we're down, we got to send the message back. You know, they hit first with Wemby throwing JB down, right?
Mm.
So now that now that we got a little revenge, we sent them a message, man. I thought it was huge.
It was.
Even though we were down 20 points, I still think that I'm glad Mitchell Robinson did that, yo. I think it was necessary.
It was. It set the tone. To me, it set the tone.
I think it changed everything, the momentum and everything, man.
It did.
Yo, so I just want to say salute to you, Shot Powers. I remember at the end of the last show, we're all saying throw them elbows. So
yeah. Sharif, what's good, my man?
Listen, that's what. Hey, man, New York, go New York,
Go New York.
Shout out to everybody. Shout out to all the Knicks fans. Maybe it was the pressure of certain people being in the building. Game 3.
Mhm.
I don't know if Taylor Swift is a Knicks fan because she was just at the Cleveland game wearing a Cavs jersey.
Yeah, she's a Knicks fan. She's from New York. She's a New Yorker. She's a Knicks fan.
Okay. Because I was like, she hugging everybody while we coming back. I'm like, damn. But anyway, that's good to know. But I think that's a side note. But what I think is happening with this team right now, is I'm gonna just be frank. Next season and for this game 5, Bronson is number 2. I think OG has done enough to be the number 1 on this team, and I'm okay with that. Some people evolve and their game just keep progressing and evolving, and maybe the coaching staff was ready for this. Because I remember when he was a rookie, when Toronto won a championship, and nobody, he was just a good defender. But OG is the number 1 guy right now. His post up, his post step to fade, mid range, and then of course the 7 for 8 threes. I think OG is the number 1 guy that needs to be implemented for next season, and I think Bronson is going to be okay being the number 2 because you got now a guy who can give you 29 to 30 a game. Because his body at the small forward 6'7" position at 240 pounds, he could give you that every night now, and I appreciate that from OG.
Yeah, he definitely stepped up.
OG definitely made Sketch's stock go up.
Yeah, he does. But listen, I agree, and I respectfully disagree in this here. Jalen Brunson is that dude, though, ladies and gentlemen. I'm serious, man. Listen, this dude came here. Listen, this dude don't want on every level of his life. Listen, let me make this understood. USA 1 high school championship, Villanova 2 championships. Come to New York Knicks and get this team to the finals in 3 years. The best playoff numbers in NBA history, damn near. His numbers is up there with Michael Jordan, Jerry West.
All of them.
Ladies and gentlemen, we cannot lose sight of what Jalen Brunson is, ladies and gentlemen. I say this respectfully. This dude is born to play basketball. Boy, the Knicks wouldn't be here with Jalen Brunson. There wouldn't even be nowhere in the playoff without Jalen. Let me put it like this here. Let me say this right here. If Jalen Brunson wasn't on the New York Knicks with Cat and Anunoby and all them, Knicks would still be an average team. Because they're still there. To me, they'll be average without him.
I agree.
This dude is on another level. Ladies and gentlemen, how many people in the NBA can go in a pressure situation? He don't do this. He do it all the time. See, some of these guys like Cat and them, they do it every now and then. This dude do this shit all the time.
every time somebody doubt that man, he come up with the biggest games in history, ladies and gentlemen. 6-1.
Would you guys on the panel would agree with this though? Like, we need him with against this San Antonio team. We need him in key minutes at the end of quarters, at the end of the fourth quarter, right? Because this is the regular season. This is not the regular season. And if you don't with Castle and Vassell, I think it's not good for him to try to be that until it's the end of the game. Regular season, yeah, but you got to bring OG number one right now.
Oh, OG MVP. He's the MVP of the series. OG legitimately the MVP of the series. No question about it. He was the MVP in Atlanta series to me. Anunoby is playing on another level. And listen, that dude is on another level, but it's good to have guys like that. You know what I mean? Because you think about it the other night when they wasn't going, Mikal stepped up. You know what I mean? This team is so lit. Like it's like the other night, Josh Hart had it going. These guys are so interchangeable. It's amazing. I agree with you, but Anunoby to me, I let Jarvis get it here. Anunoby is the reason why the Knicks right now in the playoffs are doing what they're doing. And I can really truly say that. And I'm glad we got a guy like that. And because he is playing on another level. And his defense, he made the biggest two plays in Knicks history to me last night. Damn near blocked my man's shot to keep from going up 3, go down and tip the ball in, and in a matter of 10 seconds, Anunoby changed the history of the New York Knicks, ladies and gentlemen.
Thanks.
Play was huge.
What?
Absolutely huge, man.
What? I was like, yo, Jarvis, what's up, my man? We chopping. Good to see Mr. Louisiana Slugger in the building. What's good, my man? How you doing, Brody?
I'm doing good, man. Just been working them 12s and be a little tired, but other than that, I'm doing good, man. Just feeling good about this journey and this ride that we've been on with our Knicks, man.
Yeah, facts. It's good to see. It's a good feeling for all this OGs in here, ladies and gentlemen. 1953.
Yeah.
I'm not 1953. I'm gonna say 53 years ago. I apologize. Not 1953. I meant
right. Oh, right.
53 years ago. Yeah, that's crazy, man. So, but what's your thoughts on the game, and how about your boy, man? What's your thoughts on the game last night?
That was very interesting. But one thing that I knew about our Knicks, win or lose, it wouldn't be no quitting this team. They was gonna fight all the way until the end. Whether they was gonna win, it was just whether or not you would think they would have had enough time to kind of pull off the full comeback, but they ended up pulling it off. I thought the first half, I thought San Antonio was kind of in their heads a little bit. I could considering with all the stuff that was happening, the quick fouls on Cat. But once they started playing their ball, I think a key adjustment to me that's not talked about enough is when many of us are talking about the highlights of the tip in, rightfully so, the block and OG Anunoby, rightfully so. But the turning point to me is what I like, what started it off. Now, whenever they put Alvarado in the game with Brunson, that allowed another ball handler in the game to take that pressure when they was having to key in on Brunson so much. And when OG Anunoby, and that's why he's my MVP too, they switched him and started having him guard Wemby. And you start seeing the defense pick up and that ball moving.
Yeah,
that started everything, and Knicks offense starts rolling off of their defense. So when that started happening, I was like, this is about to get interesting. Then all of a sudden you start seeing the lead drop down to 20, then 15. Then a little basket was hit by one of, I think it was Vassell or something like that. Then the Knicks would pick it up again. But, man, they start off with 5 straight stops. Off the defensive end is how this was won, man. And they got things rolling for them on the offensive end. And, man, I tell you what, I am proud of the no-quit attitude of this team. You had some members that might have not had the best of games, but certain individuals, I mean, who would have thought at the time Alvarado would have had the impact that he had and was needed specifically for this game?
Yeah, that's facts.
He was needed. Yep. You know, say what you will about him. He was needed for this game. as well as Brunson started picking it up too and hitting clutch baskets and big shot. And then OG Anunoby, I mean, that guy, I mean, he is like he was at the school of Kawhi Leonard. Because we all remember when he was at Toronto with him, when he won. See, people don't even remember the OG already have a championship.
Toronto, he didn't play, but he won.
Right. Yeah. So in these moments, I see him locked in.
Yeah.
I seen him locked in and stay locked in. So I'm loving what I see. What I see from him. Our guy Mitch, it seems like something kind of was going on a little bit with Mitch in this game. I do believe he had some pretty key minutes for us at times in this game, but it looked like he wasn't mentally there at times in that game. I think next game, I think that'll change. I think you'll see him more locked in because about a week or so ago, he was kind of going through certain little things, and I think it kind of carried over a little bit. And that's why you're seeing some of the reactions of the way he did things in the first half. But next game, I think you'll see a different Mitch. I think you'll see a different Mitch, but I just hope it wasn't nothing too serious that he was encountering.
Yeah,
was bothering him.
Yeah, they say he had the mental health issues, and I think whatever he's going through, he must be going through it at home because he hit his hand. That's how he broke his hand.
Right, exactly.
So, yeah, so let's hope that the brother's okay, man, because he's a valuable part of this thing. But Corey Lee, for me, man, what's crazy about the game is that these guys just don't they don't phase them, man. That shit don't phase them. It don't even phase them, Corey Lee. They like, okay, you know what? And that's today's NBA. You could be up 30 points. All you got to do is hit 3 3-pointers. Now you're down 21. Hit another 2-point. You're down 16. That's today's NBA. You're never out of a game. And one thing I got to say, that's why for all those who don't remember, that's why Tibbs never took them players out with 3 minutes left. That's why Tibbs never took them players out that early. Because just that fast, somebody knocked down a couple of shots, they right back in the game. And I just thought that Mike Brown did a good job of substituting the minutes last night and pushing all the right buttons, Corey Lee, to get these guys to where they got them to. And he said, just get us close. And the fairness, and that's why I say I got to respect with here's another thing nobody got it. There's no knock on Anunoby or Brunson, none. But think about this here. The hardest position in this game to get points on is the point guard position. Remember in the Cleveland series, that's why Big Cat wasn't going to have a big game in the Cleveland series because they had 2 big 7-footers up there, and and Brunson, you wouldn't expect Brunson to have a great game because they best defenders are in the backcourt. They best defenders in this team with Wemby. Obviously, Wemby is a defensive player of the year, but they got more body to throw at Jalen Brunson in this team than they got to throw at anybody else on that court. They could throw 7 dudes at Jalen Brunson on this team. You know what I mean? Where's
coming?
Yep. You go ahead, my man. Excuse me. You go ahead, Sharif.
No, yeah, I was saying he's still coming through. And I want to ask you guys when you felt this, because like you said, it was 2 quick fouls in 69 seconds on Cat, and then it was like, okay, they're hitting shots just like how we hit shots in Cleveland. We're on a maniacal percentage, and so I knew that couldn't last that long. But then at some point in the second quarter, it was like they're knocking. Bridges wasn't hitting. Mikal wasn't hitting, and then he tried to bring Cat in again, and then Cat had to go back out. They started to hack a Mitch, and at that point, guys, I don't know if it was just me, but third quarter starts until it ends. That's how I felt. Now, because it was nobody else. Cat was in problems. So I was like, man, Bronson, man, I don't know if you guys felt like that, but I was like, man, Bronson, man, just take it all, man. And he got the refs to buy into him, and they couldn't touch him anymore. I don't know if you guys noticed that, but he forced the refs to buy into what he was doing, and then you couldn't touch him anymore. And after you couldn't touch him anymore, and then Bronson went and started cooking. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if you guys sensed that like me, but I was like, man, Bronson, we need you. Nobody else, was doing it at that time.
He's still cooking. I can hear it.
With Bronson.
Yeah,
he's still cooking right now. I tell you what's interesting to me. Brunson has said this early. He said, listen,
I'm getting my shots. He said this. He said, but I feel like I'm getting into all the spots I want to get to. I'm not hitting them. And then he's like, okay, now what? But every game that I'm playing, I'm seeing like I'm getting more of my rhythm back. And last night, like I said, he shot 48% from the floor last night. Shot 60-something% from down, something like that from downtown, 48, 60, whatever. I don't know. But Anunoby, ladies and gentlemen, and that's why I only reason I brought that up early, because there's nobody on that court. They're not big there. Like Champagny can't fuck with Anunoby. None of them can mess with Anunoby. That's where their weakest defense at. And that's why I think Anunoby is cooking right now, because they ain't nobody can guard him on that team. Like, nobody in that team could guard Anunoby. They don't got a guy on that team can even touch him. They don't got no guy that 6'8", 6'7" can guard him. Like Champagny ain't no defender. He can't throw shit. You can't throw De'Aaron Fox on him. You can't throw none of them dudes on Anunoby, because he's stronger than all of them and he's taller than all of them. And I think he got one of the positions that's easy exploited to me. And he should have had a game he had against them dudes, because they don't have nobody 6'6" or over can fuck with him. You know what I mean? And that's why only reason I brought that up Jalen Brunson thing, because Jalen Brunson got 7 dudes on that team they can throw at him every single night. They can't throw nobody at Anunoby. They ain't got nobody that size. No Harrison Barnes. Nobody on that team that's playing in that game can deal with Anunoby, because they don't got the size to mess with him. He got one of the weakest positions that's defending him. And Cat and Brunson got the strongest positions defending them. A 7-foot defense player of the year, and 5 guys, 6 guys who can defend with the best of them. That's why I said that's the difference to me, is that while I got Jalen Brunson going through what he's going through, and for him to go through all that and come out the way he's coming out with all that pressure, with all that defense on him, throwing 7 different bodies at him every 5 minutes, somebody throwing something at him. And that's why I like Mikal. Mikal, he should be cooking a little more, because he don't got the responsibility that Jalen Brunson got. What, De'Aaron Fox, Stephen Castle, Harper, you could name it, Vassell. They throwing everybody at that dude, bro. Everybody at him. And he's still coming up on these jokers, dropping 30. That's all I can say. That's why when you look at the matchups, he got the hardest the position to play in that series, because of all them damn bodies they throwing at that man. And he just like, y'all can beat me up, you can knock me down. I'm gonna get my buckets, ladies and gentlemen. And think about it, ladies and gentlemen. He's still putting up 6 or 7, 8 assists.
Yes.
Yeah, that's crazy, man. I'm like, damn. So
how about Wembanyama, right? Oh, I'm gonna get in your head, Robinson. I'm gonna get in your head. And then all of a sudden, with a couple of seconds left of the game, and you're on the line, Wemby, they're in your head. How about that?
Yeah, bro, it's just projecting straight up. You know, it's what's happening to him, he was saying is happening to you.
Mm-hmm.
Straight up, man.
But I want to piggyback something that was said. If you notice that the problem with our team has been the pace, we haven't played our pace yet. That's one thing that I can honestly say the Spurs has done.
Yep.
Is interrupt the pace. But once we got another ball handler out there, that pace and our defense picked up. Our defense dictates our pace. We have to get back to that. Yep. That's crucial. And we can do that. And it's all about jumping on things early and not trying. We have to be conscious that they're going to try to call all the little knick-knack, paddywhack fouls they can to take us out. So we got to be more conscious of that.
Yeah, fact. That's 100%, because that's why I think Mikal comes in at Shaw Powell. I think that's when Mikal, his game is predicated on that pace game for us. You know what I mean? And I think once we get back, like Corey said, get back to that pace, I think Mikal gonna explode if that happens Saturday, because he gets some good bucks.
The reason why Mikal didn't have a good game, because Cat got out the game so early. Point blank. Cat is the reason why Mikal goes around and gets around, because Cat holds the ball at the top of the key. In between that key and that foul line, and then he makes the pass, and he likes passing to him because he cuts. I mean, so Mikal can't, no one else really does that for him like that. I mean, so his game suffered a little bit yesterday because Cat was out of the game, in my opinion, what I've seen. That's what I mean? So that's it. He'll be better with Cat being on the court. He'll have a better game, no question about that, because Cat looks for him. You know what I mean?
And transition, Josh, and transition.
OG and JB connect together. You know what I mean? And Cat and Mikkel connect together, and Hart connects to all of them. If it sounds funny, you know what I mean? He passes to all of them. He makes them a better player by making the pass when he's in his groove. You know what I mean? So that's how I see how it works out. And
I agree. I want to make a comment on Hart though, because Josh Hart, from what I've seen, right, when he has to go underneath the basket, he runs back out to the 3-point line. Like, I don't know if it's you guys, I don't know me. Like, why isn't he trying to just dunk off Wimby? If you have the basket, take the basket, drive hard, double pump, double clutch, go to the line, shoot your free throws. Why is Hart scared to attack?
He thinks it's not his job to do that. He thinks that's the other guy's job.
I think he might be a little winded too. You seen the Josh Hart a la Patrick Ewing layup dunk that he missed. You seen that? As soon as I seen it, that's what I thought it. It looked just like Patrick Ewing against San Antonio, going up for the dunk and laying the ball up. You know what I mean? Missing the shot. So his legs ain't gonna something's going on with him. But they're not gonna put it out there like that. I don't think they're gonna something's going. I mean, he's been playing good, but he hasn't been active in the way the road goes. So but he's still getting out there getting rebounds. He still does what we need him to do. So I mean, everybody does what they need to do when they're on the court. No matter what the score is, they win as a team.
Yeah. But I'm like this, right? If they're sagging you, then drive to the basket and do the LeBron post up, get your shot. And if they're not sagging, then burn their eye out with a 3. But just don't be the guy where they know I'm gonna dribble through the paint and come out the other side.
Oh, you talking about Josh Hart? That's what he does.
Yep. That's that. He don't like off his bag like that. That's
he ain't DiVincenzo.
Yeah, he's not. He don't really have a bag. He just one of the Swift Army knife dude. But I do what you're saying. If you're gonna get down there and try to shoot the ball, I do agree with you on that, Sharif. Get down there, throw a head fake. See if you can get an N1, or even if you don't get it, draw some contact. You know what I mean?
He does that real good.
Where he slashed quickly, and he didn't see where Wembanyama was, and the basket was right there, and the dude dribbled right out of the. I was like, "What is going, dude? That's a slam right there." Yeah. And you got to take the contact and shoot your third free throw, shoot your extra free throw.
I think. I mean, cut you off. I mean to cut you off, Street. I kind of want to piggyback on what you're saying. I think Corey Lee, somebody said that the other day, like he played faster than he should sometimes. I don't know what I thought, but Corey Lee was one of the guys said that he played so fast. Our team
everybody had to catch up with him. Wasn't it Joe that said that?
Yeah. I remember that. That was the other day.
Yeah. And it's like, and that is the case. And I think also give Spurs credit, ladies and gentlemen. This is what the Spurs are doing to me. They said we can put all the pressure on you on the perimeter because we know we got that boy back there. See, that's what Mitchell Robinson used to be for Knicks when he was fully healthy. Like, our perimeter guys can go out there and really, OG and them can really clamp down on you because they know they had Mitch back there. You know what I mean? Especially when Mitch was really on it. You know what I mean? But now, like I said, yesterday's game, I think it had a lot to do with Mitchell Robinson in the middle, ladies and gentlemen. It ain't about the point. Mitchell Robinson had him, like I just used the word of my brother Shop Howard, he had them cats going east and west. He had Wemby going after that protect your neck foul. Wemby was going east and west. He wasn't going north. He wasn't going north and south. He wasn't going up and down. He was going east and west. I was like, yo, Mitchell Robinson, and even the last play of the game, that Mitchell Robinson present with Stephen Castle got that ball, him and Josh Hart. He like, you ain't shooting shit over me. And Wemby still was grabbing his arm. Joe, that last play of the game when they stopped Stephen Castle, Wemby had my man Richard Robinson in the hook. I think Mitchell Robinson could have stole the ball out of midair, but Wembanyama pulled him down.
Yeah, I was seeing a lot of hooking and that they weren't calling for some reason. It was another game where I just wasn't really feeling the refs. I hate to bring up the refs, but I don't know. It was just, Man, there were so many things that they missed again. I was actually like freaking out. Like when I saw Cat fall on the ground after making a shot and they didn't call it and they were tumbling over him into the stands. You guys remember that play?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
And then they didn't call it. And then right on the other side, there was a phantom foul where they barely touched each other and they called it. And I'm like, yo, where was our call on our side? I lost it. I was freaking out, man. I was cursing at the TV, man. I needed to do a lap after that one. Because, yo, these refs, man, these refs sometimes. After that, I kind of cooled down and things started to pick up for us. We went on a little run. We got it down to 16, and then we got it down to 9, and then we got it down to 4. And I'm like, yo, this is it. This is when we're making a comeback. I had no doubt in my mind that we were winning that basketball game at that point. So,
and what I like about Brown, he sees something, it doesn't work. Okay, fine, we can do it tomorrow. I don't hate you. I'm not gonna bench you for the month, but it's not working now, and so I'm gonna put in Alvarado. I like that with Mike Brown. I think we've seen stubborn. Tibbs would have caused us to lose this series, bro. And I'm gonna tell you right now, I like the refreshing way that Mike Brown says, "Okay, Bridges, you're done.
Yep.
Whoever else, you're done. Alvarado, we're not gonna have Brunson suffer the caginess of the two guards. And if you flip Harper on him, now you have 3 guards who could just stuff Brunson all night. So, okay, bring in Alvarado. And I love that with Mike Brown, guys. I really love that. It's coaching.
Absolutely, man. He's coaching a hell of a playoff, ladies and gentlemen. He is coaching an outstanding playoff, man. This team is he like you said, his decision making, his accountability, and credit the players, just like you said, Sharif, and credit the player for buying in too. It ain't my night. That's the way I could cheer from the bench. I might can't be in the game physically, but mentally I'm still in the game. I'm going to tell you guys what I see for the bench. I respect Mikal Bridges and all them guys for that, man. Jarvis, because even though they lose, because they like even Deuce and Bride, but watch when you see them guys on the bench though. Knowing that I'm not getting my time because I'm not producing, I got to ride the pine, but they believe it's for the betterment of the team. And I love this team because I'm very unselfish guy.
Even after 2 bonehead plays by Hart, did everyone see that the whole team picked him up off the floor?
Facts.
They knew he just blew the layup. They knew he just blew the box out. Mm-hmm. He allowed the ball to land right in Castle's hand and then fouled him.
Yep.
So everyone knew he felt bad. Guess what they did? They picked him up. They all picked him up off the ground. And that's what we talk about. That's what we talk about right now when we say it's not your night. We got you. We love you. Let's go, man. We're going to pick you up off the ground. We know how you're feeling. We know what you're going through. We ain't even leading the game, but we love you, Josh Hart. And I like that in our team.
Yeah. You know what? That's interesting. I'm going to Jarvis chime in for real. But you know what's interesting about that? He might have missed that particular basket, but he got the final stop of the game, though.
Yeah, I was just about to hit on that, Devon.
Great mind thinking like my man. he got the game. Like there's many ways to win a basketball game, Jarvis. Your offense ain't on, rebound, play defense. If your offense night ain't on, do something else. And he got that damn stop we needed too. Boy, I was like, hey, that's something.
And I credit Mike Brown too for in this particular game. You're talking about someone that went with a 12-man rotation. That hasn't been our ammo. But man, I tell you the grit that they play with, and that's what it's all about. Everybody is not going to always have the best of games.
Right.
So he understood that Josh being a veteran, he was already going to feel bad for how he was playing. No need to continue to hump on the man. Let's get it back on the other end.
Yep.
And he did that to his credit. He picked himself up. His team picked him up, and they closed out this game, man. So I'm liking it. Now, I don't expect Josh Hart and Mikal Bridges to have a game like they had this game. Mikal haven't even got back activated yet. The key to that is once that ball starts moving and he's into the flow of the game, watch Mikal start hitting them shots again. But that ball has to move.
Yeah, it does.
If that ball is moving,
I agree.
You're going to see a different Mikal.
But I think Brunson has took the lead again in the MVP. Cat was starting to try to Cat was starting to secure it, but I think Brunson just took it away. And Ananobi is coming right behind all of them.
I don't really have a problem with a person saying that though. I don't have a problem with a person saying JV is the MVP. I have no problem with that. For me, it's the other way around. I think it started off Cat.
Yep.
Then you see JB start coming on and have his moments too and stuff like that. And he's the one that has the ball in his hand majority of the time. So I believe he's right there. But the model of consistency on what we need on both sides of the ball has came by OG Anunoby. And nothing bigger than last night.
Yeah, he's been
so
consistent.
That's why he's my MVP, and a close second is Brunson.
Yep. And I guess
I agree with that.
President.
I actually agree
OG
with that,
for president.
Yeah, I think OJ definitely. This going to be where that series when Golden State Warriors won the championship, but Iguodala got the MVP over Steph.
Yeah,
that's what I think is going to happen in this series. And Anunoby literally earns this. He earned this MVP if we get it, because he is playing fucking phenomenal. You know what? And that's why we gave him the 40. That's why we gave him $200 million. We gave him the money for a reason. Because this is what he do. It's what he do. You know what I mean? And we gave all the goddamn money for a reason, because that's why we in this damn championship. I'm going to say this here, though. Sunday, I think if Big Cat would have had a good game 3, then he could have still been in the run. I think that game 3 threw him off. Because them first 2 games in San Antonio, I think those first 2 games in San Antonio, Big Cat was the MVP.
Well,
and then, I mean, you playing against Wembanyama, you putting Wembanyama in a donut, helping put Wembanyama in a donut, and you scoring 20-something and grabbing 17 rebounds, and your team win 2. Jalen Brunson had an off night shoot percentage-wise, and Anunoby was still doing this thing. But I think Anunoby right now, to me personally, is the MVP right now, just because he's been consistent with it, and he playing both sides of the ball. But like I said earlier, he also got a position where nobody can guard him either. You know what I mean? And I think that plays to me. I think we got to take that into consideration. Who got the toughest job? I think Big Cat and Jalen Brunson, because they got the best defenders on them. You know what I mean? That's why I got to give Jalen Brunson's credit. I mean, to go out there last night in a game where you getting blown out by 29 points, and you go almost 50% from the floor, and you score 36, and they throwing everybody at you except for the kitchen sink. In a game that's that important, I mean, if you lose that game, the series is different.
Hey, you know how slick Jalen is, though? You remember that play where he shot the 3-pointer from like 29 feet? It went in, but then it was a foul on Robinson.
Right.
So at that point, I said, they don't want to piss. They don't want to piss him off. They pissed him off at that point. You couldn't get him back. You couldn't tell him sorry anymore. That's the problem with the San Antonio Spurs. After that play, and he was like, ref, that's a 3. And they said no 3. Jalen was like, all right, I got you. You don't want to piss this kid off, man. You can't tell him sorry. And that's where he's so clutch after that.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, you got to be careful if you're the opponent with Jalen, you know. If you just be easy and let the game end, he might not tear you apart. You start chopping at the bit and doing all type of other, he gonna find a way. I'm telling you, he's one of them dudes, man.
He is. Corey Lehman, man, holla at you, patient back there chilling, man. Holla at your boy, man.
Yeah, man, I'm just sitting here soaking this up, man, hearing all this good information. But I will say this, though, for real. You know what? I think the entire team is the MVP for the simple fact that everybody stepped up when they had to step up. It wasn't, you know, you got to think. What you know, this team emphasizes on they emphasized on Jalen Brunson the first 2 games. Then they emphasized on Cat the 3rd game and the 4th game. OG stepped up. You know what I'm saying? And you know, it's all the secondary players and the other players that stepped up that makes the whole entire team an MVP. You know, of course, it might end up going to the captain because he is the captain, he's the leader, and he's been the most steadiest, consistent one as far as putting the points, no matter, you know, as far as his averages or whatever the case may be, but his point productions has been there. So and he might get the nod. But regardless, I could give a flip, and I don't think any one of them can care less who walks away with the MVP. But as long as they walking away with that bling bling.
Facts. Facts.
Yeah, Joe from AC, man.
Yeah, man. I mean, for me, like when it comes to MVP, I think OG might have stole it last night, and here I'm gonna tell you why. When Jalen Brunson took that shot last night, that 3-pointer at the end of the game, and he hit it off the front of the rim, I kind of thought that was a questionable, sketchy shot. I thought that was a little low IQ play to just rush into a 3 like that, to be honest. And for OG to make that big block and then go on the other end, and then out of all plays, this guy was in the right place at the right time. He followed that whole play through. He was the one that inbounded the play. OG threw it into Jalen at first, and then he saw what was happening, and he just dove right to the basket. No one else was moving to the basket like that. That's a guy that's trying to save the game. That's a guy that's got grit. That's a guy that's got perseverance. He don't want to lose that basketball game. Yo, OG Anunoby, man, after that game, you're my MVP, bro. You got to be.
Yeah, let me piggyback on something right quick. I think this narrative, I think we got to make sure we understand why Jalen Brunson had to shoot that shot. It wasn't a bad shot because you only had 5 seconds. And the key was to shoot that ball because if somebody missed, we got enough time on the clock to get a rebound and put the ball back in. And that's exactly what you're supposed to shot that shot because you only have 5 seconds. If you throw that ball at Anunoby, you get down to 2. You miss that shot, the buzzer goes off.
Yeah, here I just was looking at the score. Like we were only down by 1. You know, we only needed a basket, so I'm trying to make it be as easy as possible.
Yeah, the point is, it's the time on the clock, though. You can't dribble that ball. You can't even put that ball on the floor with 5 seconds. Shoot that ball. You got Wemby off. See, here's why I was That's why I was playing. Had Wemby away from the basket to get a rebound. That's why Anunoby was able to get that rebound because Wemby was out there with Jalen Brunson. If Jalen Brunson would have passed that ball to Anunoby, Anunoby would have got in shooting position. You would have had 2 seconds on that clock. He launched that shot and missed. Knicks lose the game because you would have had enough time to get a rebound and put it back in. That I thought that was an exceptional shot under the circumstance of how much time was on the clock. Because you think about it, what I liked about it, look who was around the rebound. Big Cat was there. Anunoby was there. All them dudes was right there. So if you missed that shot, I'm tipping that ball right in. You got to play clock management. Now we had 10 seconds maybe. Okay, swing it to Anunoby, let him shoot. Because if he missed, you got maybe 5 seconds to get a rebound. But if Jalen Brunson would have passed that ball to Anunoby, and let's say Anunoby don't hit the shot like Jalen Brunson, the clock would have expired. You had to shoot that shot because you just don't have that much time. And the thing I liked about JB, he looked at it and seen Wemby out away from that goalpost. I mean, that from the front. He seen them out there, so Wemby couldn't get a rebound. And all them other dudes, they short as hell. That's why Anunoby was able to jump up over all of those short jokers because he had Harper there, Castle there, and Vassell. Anunoby jumped over all of them dudes. That's the only reason I say, Joe, to me, that just from a perspective of the clock situation, I thought Jalen Brunson had to do it because not only that, he was cooking already too. You know, you live.
Yeah, I mean, it's a completely different story if he makes a shot, obviously. But my whole thing is like, I kind of want to get into the paint and try to draw that foul. You know, try to stop that time.
You can't do that. How you gonna do that with a 7'4" dude who's gonna block that shit and throw it back out of there?
I'm talking like if there's 7 seconds left and I'm driving to the basket and I'm trying to create contact just so I can get to the line.
Yeah, I hear you on that, Joe.
But you can't leave that in the hands of the referees. You in the situation. You cannot leave that in the hands of the referees.
Yes,
they haven't been bailing us out all night. I'm sorry, Shy, but they haven't been bailing us out all night. You know what I'm saying? So you did. Hold on a second. Check me out now. Check me out.
My bad. Go ahead.
No. The reason why you got to think he had to put up that shot, and then now, listen. Worst case scenario. If we either missed, and then now you got a chance of putting up the rebound and getting a foul on trying to get the rebound over the back or something like that. We create, you know what I'm saying? That's not the best way we create contact instead of drawing all the defense on top of you, and now you're making your shot more impossible. You understand what I'm saying? So
yeah.
Okay, can I say one thing?
Yeah.
And another thing, man, I don't think driving was really possible for him at that instance because the man was double teamed.
Facts.
You had Wimby on one side, and you had the other little guy. I forgot his name. He was on side of Wimby. He was double teamed, so he had to either shoot or pass.
Yep.
So under the circumstances, I can see why he may have taken the shot. And then on top of that, I gotta give a shout out to the rest of the San Antonio Spurs team that was just sitting there watching the basket, nobody moving, and OG, which was made a good heads up play, knew what was going on, dove to the basket and tipped it in.
Yeah, and I
talk about grit and hunger.
Yeah, see, I agree with you, Joe, on driving to the basket. If that wasn't Wembanyama there, a lot of other teams you want to get a contact. That's the right thing to do. You go draw contact, go to the line, but you're not doing that.
Well, think about this real quick. Just one thing. You know how we had that one game with Mikal and he was in the corner and he bricked it off the front of the rim and we lost that game? Mm-hmm. And that was him kind of swaying away from the basket, not trying to draw any contact. Like,
you took out Atlanta?
I forget who it was.
Atlanta game.
It was Atlanta game. The first loss of the Atlanta game. Yeah, you're right.
He couldn't get there though. He couldn't get there. That is because he had two defenders in front of him and behind him. See, Mikal had to shoot that fallback because there was two guys in front of him. See, that's what I'm trying to say. Sometimes you can't force a shot if you don't got. He only had a second to shoot it. Jalen Brunson last night, he put that ball on the floor more than he did. That game is over. You got a 7'4" dude standing in front of you who's a shot blocking demon. You got Fox on one side of him. And if he tried to get in that lane, time he got in that lane, the clock would expire. He only had 5 seconds. That was the most high IQ basketball player I ever seen Jalen Brunson do. He knew that I got a 7'4" dude in front of me. Let me shoot this ball. If it go off the rim, I got guys who's down there 7 foot, 6'7", 6'8". So if I make it, we Gucci. If I miss it, we still got an opportunity because the clock wouldn't have ran down. When OG tapped it in, how many seconds we had left? 1 second.
Yeah, it was like 1.2. I just don't think that we put a lot of stock into our rebounders, right? Like we want to get someone to put that ball back up. But it's not like we were killing all game with the rebounds. I mean, I think it was pretty even. So to take that shot, it's pretty risky to try to hope that we're going to get a guy to rebound instead of driving to the basket to make contact and get to the line. That's all I'm saying.
Also, one more thing that made that brilliant of OG was the fact that there was nobody guarding the inbounder.
Right.
Nobody was guarding the inbounder. That means nobody was assigned to him. So he knew he had a free lane. He had a free go to going straight to the basket. Because I tell you like this, even if just say Jalen Brunson didn't even shoot the shot, he could have threw a pass to him in the lane or threw a oop. But regardless, he took the shot and he still was there. And that shot was soft enough to the point where he could get up in the air and catch it and tap it. So you got, the scenario is the scenario, bro. We could always rethink it and say what shoulda, coulda, or what I would have did. It worked out brilliantly for us in that scenario. So
yeah, you got to replay that
for what it is.
Yeah, you got to replay that, Joe. When you get a chance, go look at the setup because there's no way Jalen Brunson could dribble that basketball. No way he could have got. He wasn't getting past them dudes. And by the time he put the ball on the floor, literally it would have been 2 seconds. He wouldn't have been able to do nothing but get his shot blocked.
Yeah.
He couldn't do nothing. That you trying to put, and I say it's not about.
It's tough.
Yeah, it's about how much time he had. Now, like I said, Jalen Brunson had 15 seconds. He could dance all over them motherfuckers, yo. He could do whatever he want to do in 15 seconds. But 5 seconds, time Jalen Brunson drew that ball 2 times, would have been down to 3 seconds. He would have tried to get past somebody. They would have double teamed him. They would have hovered over him like an alien that he is. Then he would have got caught by that sideline, and then we would have been down to 2 seconds. That was
because he got it off quick. It wasn't like he was,
He had to. He had no choice. I would have done the same thing. Get that ball, shoot it, because just due to the fact Wembanyama was out there where he was at, that means that Wembanyama wasn't there to get a rebound. I think that's the way you got to do it. Sometimes you got to play with the percentage. And JB is a high IQ dude, and like like I said, even if he swung the ball at Anunoby, that don't mean Anunoby would have hit the shot. And if he didn't hit the shot, then what would have happened? Because Wemby would have been under the goal. He would have been under to get the rebound, I'm saying. In other words, he would have been able to sit down in that paint when that shot come off the rim. 7'4" dude could have got that rebound, and then we would have really been ass out of the crease. I don't know. It's just I think it was a good play because of the team we was playing. In any other circumstances, try to get that ball and get fouled and get an and one. You know what I mean? But in that scenario, you wasn't getting that off. Not with the way they were double teaming them out there. So I think we won the game. That's a good thing.
Well, yeah,
so
I mean, that's why we got to give OG his props, for him to come out of nowhere and just to time that play perfectly, man.
It was
and
great.
to put the game on the line, too, bro. It's like, man, you can't make this stuff up. Like, people want to say script this. You can't script that.
Yeah, you can't. You
can't.
Somebody, chime in, man. Cause I know you got to get out pretty soon, man. Let me chime in, my brother. What you think on what we were looking for going to Saturday, right quick? I know we talked about it on the pregame, but what you looking for?
I just think the Knicks are going to play. I'm just hoping for the bounce back for the players that didn't play well. The big game like this with the big play. I mean, with the biggest game of their career coming up, Deuce McBride, Shamuth, Clarkson, and whoever else gets in will step up. That's all I'm looking for. I think with Cat on the court, we'll get some more movement from Mikal. He'll be right back around 12 to 17 points. I think we're going to get a good game for OG the rest of this series. It's going to probably be somewhere around 22 to 25 points. So, and I think Cat's going to have a good game just as long as Jalen Brunson has a good game. And we may see that sneaky small triple-double from Josh Hart. I think these guys are going to be fired up for this game because they know they could smell it. They could say, you smell that?
Mm-hmm.
You can smell it. You can smell it.
Yeah, facts. Yeah, man, it's gonna be interesting, man. I like somebody like Want Bag just said we need Deuce and Shaman. One of them dudes come together. One of them dudes come off.
Right. That's it.
That's it. I'm still impressed about that thing last night, ladies and gentlemen. Not to have Deuce and Bryce, Shamet, Clarkston, not even and Mikal not have a average game and still win that game. That's impressive to me, bro. I mean, you talk about a bench that was scoring around 30 points in the game for some of these playoff games. Our bench last night was operato, scoring wise.
I think we had 8 off the bench, right? 8 points or something like that.
Yeah, 8. I think it was 8. Yeah, I know he had because he had 2 threes. He had that spin in the lane. He had about 8 points. And compared to what Shaman was doing the first couple of games, and Deuce he just had been cold from outside. And I think that had a lot to do with that team because Deuce not really one of the guys who breaks down defense getting in the lane. That's not his game. He's a 3-and-D guy. I'm a defensive player, 3-and-D. And with the way them guards is defending on San Antonio, yeah, Deuce is kind of limited in that series right now. But I mean, he won't get it going right now. He don't seem like he's getting it though.
I like GTA's defense on Wemby.
Oh,
there was a couple plays where he had him locked up. Mm-hmm. It's hard to see. This guy's got like 3 feet on him, and for him to do that on him from defense, man.
And Sharif, what do you think gonna happen? What you looking for going to the next game, Sharif?
I think they're gonna I think they're gonna move Cat to the left side.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna be a hub at the top of the key. He still is gonna be a hub, but I think they're gonna move him over to the high left side or the high right side, and then he's gonna be engaged probably like half post area in that area, and that's how you get him the ball. And Alvarado was just feeding, and I like that because you got to get the big man the ball, and you force it to him, and with that, you started to see Cat get comfortable and look for people who were slashing. So I think that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna milk that. I think Cat, knowing he's going to San Antonio, he's probably gonna, keep his hands to himself and have a good game. He knows he has to.
Yep.
You got keep your armpits to yourself. Don't hook. Don't do anything, and just turn him into a donut. And the thing is, with a closeout game, Josh Hart has something to prove. Like you said, Bridges or McBride, Shaman. They all, so anyone can, and don't let it be where everybody is hot, then they're in trouble. But somebody has to make this their game, their initial game. And like you said earlier, I'm expecting for our bench or one of Mikal Bridges to get back on track. And Mikal Bridges got on track game 1 What Hart did was in the first quarter, first 9 possessions, Hart ran up the floor regardless of play set. What Hart did was Hart rebounded and he asked the teammates to follow him. And what that did was 8 minutes left. I think it was 7 minutes left in the game. Wimby had to come out. I don't know why Mike Brown went away from that, but that sprinting transition on every rebound forced Wimby to be tired.
Yep, facts.
So I think what you gotta do is whoever gets the rebound tomorrow, you gotta start dashing. You got to and just keep that up, and then get Wimby out of this game and get him struggling.
Okay. Yeah, that's a great point, man. That's a great point there, Sharif.
Wait, is the game tomorrow?
No, Saturday.
But listen, yeah, that's what I thought.
Let me get Shop Howell get his last word here. I know the brother got to get out there and do what he got to do, man. So I want to let Shop Howell get if we can get out there and get ready to handle his business.
Ain't nothing, man. We're going to do what we need to do, man. We'll talk more about it on Saturday. I think the game is at 8:30, so we'll probably be on at 7. I think, Jarvis, it's great to see you, man. I haven't seen you in a long time. It's real good to see you back on. Thank you for spending some time with us. You know what I mean, in your busy schedule, because, you know what I mean, sharing it with us make me feel good that you're here and, you know, the Knicks is right there. Everyone else on the panel, Sharif, Joe, and who's this in the corner over there?
Let him get in there.
G-Money, what's going on?
G-Money, I didn't even know you was in here. See, my bad, G-Money.
What's chicken and bacon? What's chicken and bacon, cool cats?
I'm out of here. Let me get out of here. I will see y'all a little bit. Divine, I'll hit you up in a little bit.
Yes, sir, my bro. Peace, my man.
Salute, Shaw.
Salute.
G-Money, get in there, my man. I wasn't sure what you on or not. I'm like, I thought I clicked the button, let the brother get in.
No, you're fine. You're good. I was just hearing you guys. talk. Didn't want to be rude. Right. Thank you for inviting me.
How you feeling?
Thank you for inviting me. I'm feeling good in the hood. Salute, Jarvis. Salute, Divine. Salute, Sharif. What's going on? Long time no see you, homie. Salute.
Yo, G-Money, you've been on here for a minute. You've been doing this panel stuff for a long time, haven't you? I think I've heard of you before.
Yeah, what's going on, man?
Yeah, I recognize your voice, bro.
Yep. Right. Well, speaking of recognizing, hey, we better recognize the OG airplane that flew in from the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air and tipped the ball into the hula hoop last night. 107-106, man. Just in a near nick of time. Had the presence of mind to tip it home. And not just that. You know, the player of the game that changed for me was that karate swat on De'Aaron Fox when we were down by a penny, 106-105. That changed the game for me. That was huge. The OG to me is my finals MVP. Averaging 23.8 points, 58% from the field, a wicked high 55.6% from 3 in the finals, 91.7% from the line, and 1 steal. To me, OG is my finals MVP in this series, man.
Yeah, I ain't mad at that, bro. I second that, man. I second the Anunoby.
Yeah, man, let's go.
Even consider Double AP was good, my man. I see you, my brother. Was popping Double AP in the building, my man. A little late, man. We ain't here, but man, let me tell you something, man. We just got to put the pedal to the metal Saturday. Go out there, just cross T's and dot I. Do what you do. Play New York Knicks basketball. Stay gritty with it. Bully ball it. When the Knicks start playing that bully ball, getting downhill, it opens up them 3-point shots because now they like Sharif said, let Cat get at the top of that key. And once you pull Wimby out of that lane, it's barbecue chicken down there, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
You pull Wimby out of the lane, it's barbecue chicken, bro. And I just think they just got to keep doing that. And you know what I haven't seen? Let me ask you guys, why we haven't seen that double big lineup though? I'm thinking every now and then you throw Mitchell Robinson there with and let him be on Wimby and take
Agreed.
You know, at least from a defense standpoint, that way he don't have to get them.
I agree.
They don't got
I agree.
Side to beat the Knicks. They don't got the side to beat the Knicks. If you throw Mitchell Robinson in there with Anunoby and oh my God, the Mitchell Robinson, now Cat can do his thing from the outside in, and you could put my man Mitchell Robinson on Wimby every now and then so Cat pick up the stupid fouls. Because I don't think that foul he got the second one was a foul though on him.
I agree.
Blew that shit, yo. I'm like that.
I agree.
Yeah, so it's interesting to see how Mike Brown gonna push the button Saturday, but I do believe it's here. I do believe it's here. If the Knicks come out the gate height, come out the gate not behind, I think they blow them out.
I agree. Even though I would love a game 6, I'd rather end this in 5 because you don't know how a game 6 could turn out though. So it's like if you don't know game 6 could turn out, because remember the Spurs did win game 3 in our house. That did happen. So it's like we gotta come out. We gotta come out gang busting the Spurs early. And also to add to your point, Mastermind Mike Brown went up 12 deep in the first half last night. Mastermind Mike Brown went 12 deep in the first half. That's why I love Mike Brown so much, though, because he realizes, all right, let me go 10, sometimes 11, sometimes 12, depending on situation. And what I love about Mike Brown, the Avo and JB lineup in the fourth quarter, picture perfect, though. Mike Brown knows how to trust his guys, and I love him. I mean, the dude has a 60 winning percentage in the playoffs for a head coach. I mean, he's a great head coach, man.
Yep.
Hey, Divine, you know what I think? You know what I think would be another thing to keep your eye on too. See, I like the little double big lineup he was talking about, but boy, let me tell you something. And that's why they need to get Cat right off of that block, man, because that's a trap for a double team. If he goes back to the hub where he can the ball can go through him, where he can hit cutters and all that kind of stuff, man, you can also put Anunoby on Wemby. Let him roam. Let him roam and give San Antonio a taste of their own medicine.
Agreed.
Yeah, I think they don't got. That's why I say they don't got nobody who could deal with Anunoby.
See, that's why I'm for OG. Yep. Being MVP is so many ways you can use this guy, and this guy's focus is all about winning. Ain't gonna do whatever it takes to win. Even at the post interview, just hearing how he was locked in and answered the question about the tip in and all that, he was like, "Well, that was cool. I'm excited about it, but that's to the past and focus on the next game." Yeah, I know this guy is locked in.
Yeah, and they all laughed at him, and the people asked him.
Yeah, they did laugh at him, but I seen focus from this guy. This guy's locked in. I'm telling you, whatever they're gonna ask him to do, he'll be up to the challenge to do it.
He's an assassin, right? He's an assassin with few words. OG is an assassin with few words, man. He let his game do the talking.
Yeah, that's facts right there. You know what else interested in me too, real quick? What I like about that Anunoby thing, because if you pull Big Cat out there, put Anunoby on the block and let him post them jokers.
Yes. Yes, sir. You can do some of that too.
Yeah, you take Big Cat out of there. Big Cat with that passing skills. In other words, you can use Anunoby and Big Cat in the pick and roll. Because you literally could put Anunoby down there on that block, and ain't nobody on that team can mess with that boy down there. And even Jalen Brunson and Big Cat, we need more of that pick and roll.
Yeah.
More of that pick and roll. That way you either gonna have Wemby on Jalen Brunson, or Big Cat gonna have Castle on him, or De'Aaron Fox or whoever down in that block. Exploit that pick and roll, man. That'll send them dudes home, man. Because they are short. They a gritty team, but they short though. You know what I mean? They like Wembyamba and a bunch of 6'6" guys. You know what I mean? Or 6'4" guys, 6'3" guys. Right. So I think we got to exploit them guys any way we can, man. I think we do that. We get done. Hey, AP, you right about that, but we must treat Game 5 like Game 7. Listen, man, let's not even go back. We'll see them cats at the parade. We need to do Nixon. I had Nixon 5 from the door. You know what I mean? I like Nixon 5. Yeah, I had Nixon 5 there. I just thought that we beat these cats in the cup already. We beat them 2 times in the regular season. And I'm like, why everybody thinking this team is better than Knicks? I do not agree with that 100%. Them young guys are up and coming. I think Wemby and Cat watch each other out. There's nobody on that team. Nobody on that team near Jalen Brunson. There's nobody on that team near Big Cat's caliber to me. De'Aaron Fox. Yeah, that team ain't better than the Knicks team. Dylan Harper.
I agree.
They are up and coming, but they ain't the Knicks though. So
I agree.
I'll say all I have to say. We just got to go out there and get it done, man. Get this shit done Friday, and we can go down here
Saturday.
Excuse me, and win this thing, man, for New York City, ladies and gentlemen. Win this for the Blue fan base. We've been waiting 53 years for this shit, bro.
Let's go. We're at the doorstep. We took a New York Giant step to the crown, a New York Giant step. And what we need to do is swing that ball, attack the World Cup at will, stagger screens, hammer plays, and just, don't, as the old saying goes, if it ain't broke, don't fix it, though. Because the Spurs aren't going to just quit, though. That team has guts, though. So we just got to come out here and, jump, and Kangaroo jump on San Antonio early and get Wemby in foul trouble. And remember, we put Wemby in the box in that second half. He was 3 for 14 that second half. So we put him in the box in that second half. Yep.
I think that Mitchell Robinson elbow did it, ladies and gentlemen. I think that with the Mitchell Robinson elbow made Wemby say, okay, I'm in your head now. No, he was in your head. He was in your head. His head. He was in your head. Mitchell Robinson, you ain't in my head. But I got to lose. I'm just gonna do what I do. You know what I mean? And it wasn't even dirty. It wasn't even dirty play. He did the elbow. It got caught up there. You know what I mean? And when he put it up there, Wemby had to see Wemby. You see Wemby, the one got out of character. He, he got caught time. I'm in your head, Mitchell Robinson. Man, you don't get your little skinny butt out of my way, man. I'm trying to post up, man. Hit him with that thing, man. I was like, okay, that changed that whole game to me. I thought
by far. I agree.
That changed the whole game, bro.
Yeah, I agree. Wemby did not see that coming. He didn't know what happened, bro.
He didn't know what happened, bro. But did you
Wemby had no right to say that. Yeah, Wemby had no right to say that, though. Like, I know Wemby had no right.
Acting, bro. Acting. Yep. Straight up.
Acting. Man, he was acting, and man, our defense in the second half, we turned the faucet off we turned the Spurs faucet off in the second half. San Antonio in the second half went 8 for 39 in the second half and 3 of 17 for the great beyond in the second half. Our defense locked down.
Hey, you know what, AP? I don't know if it's their defense, AP, that's causing to start off bad like that. I think we was about to start off good, AP, that game, until they called that foul on Cat. Looked like Cat was about to have a big game down there, ladies and gentlemen.
I think so.
Turn it up, and I like, damn, they called that stupid foul, and he still wound up with like 17 or 13 or something. I don't know if AP is some more of their defense, the way they playing, and you got to give San Antonio credit. They are playing some hell of a good defense, but obviously San Antonio were the best two defense teams in the playoffs. Actually, Knicks was number 1, they was number 2. I think it was. So
New York and San Antonio was
Yep. So, but I you know what? I think they ball pressures, and I think you got to get Cat going early. I think you got to get Kale, get them guys going early, and then when it comes down to the get down, JB gonna get his regardless, whatever part of the game it is to me. So I think they got to do something, but I think also we got to get our Jens Levy players going, man. We got to get that bench going. We need Shammer. We need Deuce to have a game, and I think they respond. They have. I think them guys. If you give me one of them guys, then this thing is over. Give me one of them.
I agree. I agree. I agree. It's Shammer and Deuce. I apologize, Divine. If Shammer and Deuce start lighting the torch on fire in Game 5, it could be good night Irene in San Antonio, though. And another thing, too, I want to add, can we please stop digging ourselves holes early in the first quarter? Because in all 4 quarters, the Spurs have won every quarter. Can we please, jumpstart ourselves in the first quarter? Because, man, the Spurs were hot like Holy Ghost fire in that first half from 3. And then second, then we just turned it off, man.
Yeah, perimeter defense.
Let me ask y'all a question, because AP did. What do you think is contributing to the bad start like AP got up there? Is it what do you think is contributed to that so far of the Knicks getting off to these slow starts?
I think some of it is foul. I think some of it is like foul trouble for like Cat and how you can go through the ball with him. So it's forcing JB to have to do more than they targeting him or whatever. But I think if a couple of our key guys can just avoid foul trouble early, I think you're gonna see us pick right back up where we left off.
Agreed.
Joe, what about you, man? What do you think about that slow start stuff?
I think we're kind of like prioritizing things wrong on defense a little bit. Like we're leaving guys wide open. Like our perimeter defense needs to tighten up.
That's true.
I think we're focusing too much on the guys like on the inside, which is good to do, obviously. Like we don't want Wemby to kill us in the paint, but we need to rotate better. Like I saw OG lose his guy a couple times, like leaving Champagnie wide open to hit them shots. Even Harper. Like I said, if we could tighten up our perimeter defense, I think we'll be in a little better spot. I think it's good for us. We got to play better in transition. Like we are a good transition team when we get them turnovers. But I just want to see us get better sets, man. I think our offensive sets is still the key. I think we can play a lot better. I want to see more screening. I think the screening picked up last game. I think there's a lot better screens. GTA was a big part of that. But nah, man, like we just got to keep with the course, man. I feel like we're in our head too much. Like we're overreacting. We just got to play more natural. Like once we
I
just get
agree.
into the flow and be a more natural offensive team instead of like overthinking and trying to force the issue, like let's just do our game. Like run our normal game plan. Let's not overthink it, overdo it. So that's where I'm at.
I agree.
What about you, Sharif? What's your sentiments on that? Them starts, man. I do agree with Joe that our defense got to be on point because I think defense win it all. But like you said, how you start is how you finish. I agree with Ron Mills as well. That's my sentiment. How you start is how you finish. But you don't want to put yourself in that position all the time because you might not be able to recover sometime. We might have one of those games where we have a bad so start. We can't do what we did the other night. You know. So, Sharif, what's your thoughts on the way they start these games, my man?
Defensively, I think you gotta just fight through screens. Because Cassell is gonna, he's gonna put you through a couple of screens, and if you do not successfully run through, we see he just darts to the rim, and then when Harper comes in, he looks for a pick as well, and as soon as he clearance, he's off to the rim again as well. I don't think there's nothing much you could do about that. Then Cat has to slide with Wimby in that same action. And then if he helps off Wimby because Harper or because Castle was successful at driving to the basket, now you got an alley-oop to Wimby or tip it to himself in midair, and that's 2 points automatic. So I don't think you can do anything with that. I'm 4 games in now. You can't do anything about that. There's no, I don't know. So what we're gonna do is be tough, have our hip on his hip, be strong while he's trying to do it. Stay out of foul problem as much as Cat can, and I think everything is gonna even itself out.
That's a great point there. AP, thank you for that question, my man. AP, that was a good point. AP,
right now, Harper darting to the rim off the pick and roll. Right now is an A++. And once he sees the opening and Castle as well. But Castle also has the ability to be stopped on his drive, but then fade away. And he's working on that. So it's like defensively, you have some things that he's tall enough to finish and tall enough to hit that fadeaway. And then, of course, if he dives to the basket, you still got to look out. You got to sink properly and be in Wimby's hip pocket while being physical. That's impossible to guard, guys. It's just impossible.
It's impossible, yeah. Well, you know what? For me, we don't get in a few minutes. We can get out in a few minutes. But I'm going to say this here. I think the New York Knicks come out there Saturday and going to come in there and say, we closing this shit out. It's over.
Agreed.
I think they defense gonna be just like it was in every other series. They're gonna come out there and they gonna be locked in. Watch how these Knicks roll Saturday. You're gonna see them in like football 3-point stands and everything. Like we about to lock you jokers up. They do not want to come back to Madison Square Garden, ladies and gentlemen. And I'm gonna leave it there. But we got to get out of here, man, because I got some things to do. Great show. Thank everybody for coming in, man. Y'all come Saturday, the pregame 7:00 Saturday. Yeah, come in, man. Jarvis, good to see you, my brother, for real. Always good to see you, man. When I see you, that means I know you live, and I hope you well. So I'm glad everything's good, Jay. Jarvis, good to see you, my man, for real. And Sharif, my man, everybody, y'all know how we do. G Money, thank you so much.
Thank
Joe
you.
from you know, my brother.
Salute, man. Thanks for having me on.
Yeah, yo,
shout out. Me on too.
Yeah, everybody, man. Y'all enjoy tonight. We see y'all Saturday, man. Great show. Thank y'all for coming, man. We out of here, man. Peace.
Peace and blessings, everyone.
Peace and blessings. Peace and blessings, everyone.
Yes, sir.
Go.
Peace out, guys.
Let's go. Let's see y'all Saturday, man. Let's get it.
See you Saturday.
You are now about to witness
Knicks real talk just entered the chat. We ain't Google apps like Google Maps. We don't use our YouTube frugal with stats as usual fact. It's your man, the brand is hands on, going hard like calluses. Who's style just aiming at your mental with the game analysis on a pregame show. Read the script, we get it like crypto on the rip though. I side really cryptic, we locked them from the get go. On this Knicks show, it's the co-pilots in the cloud like Microsoft. We hot like salt, the KRT drip club leading up to tip off. We feel like confident, put your Nick content in beast mode like our charm. We a cheat code, we roll the ball too far for you to reach on. We got our teach on the show that's fire. Price Knicks going to the wire. Hit the entire game, somewhere in front of me, the numbers be. They don't lie, so we apply thought from the third eye, you heard why. It's the #1 pregame show that's hitting like Soto. But picture the a photo of your bro to the link that motto. It's the OGs, we outside riding in the orange and blue skies. And Metropolitan, we connecting the vets go wallowing. And the matters with the massive without shaking asses. The team streaming on major platforms and fast and fans asking who the creed that's in the building killing this nigga assassin.
You are now about to witness.
It's the Knicks Real Talk pregame show. Flame throwing like we dropping buckets.
He's on fire!
Hey! You are now about to witness.
It's the Knicks Real Talk pregame show. Flame throwing like we dropping buckets.
He's on fire!
Hey! You are now about to witness.
It's the Knicks Real Talk pregame show. Flame throwing like we dropping buckets.
He's on fire!
Hey!
He's on fire!
Hey!
He's on fire!
Hey!